Alrighty, what is going on, Bree Hive? Welcome back to yet another live stream. But today is going to be a members live stream where you know that if you are a member of the channel, you can check in your community members tab. There is a link to join backstage with me and also to come on screen with me to talk about the cases that we have covered over the last month. I forgot to check in on your answers to the poll that I posted like an hour ago, so I don't know if y'all saw it, but welcome back into the live stream. If you are watching live, go ahead and comment in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from and let us know if you're going to join us on stage. If you are a member and you do want to join in on the live stream, make sure you just have on a pair of headphones so that we can reduce any noise in the background so that everybody can hear. Or if you're just here to hang out, just let us know, okay? Let me go ahead and check the poll that I posted to see if anybody had any other topics that they wanted to talk about. I kind of picked 3 topics that I thought was pretty, consistently well received. So if you guys don't want to cover those and there's something else that you want to cover, I did go ahead and post a poll. But since we're already live, go ahead and comment in the chat if there's a case that you would like to cover that I did not include on the thumbnail today. So let's see. It looks like we got 2 comments on it. Oh, okay. No, we don't have any other cases to mention on here. So hopefully, if you guys do have some cases that I didn't talk about before or that I didn't put on the thumbnail, let me know and we can cover those cases too. I'm thinking today is going to be a pretty short live stream unless we get some people joining in live with us because we're just kind of refreshing our memory on things that have happened over the last month with the cases that we've covered and giving a little bit of update on those cases because there is an update on Kevin Hart and the Madonna lawsuit. So let me know what y'all think so far. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. It does help us out in the algorithm. And the algorithm has been algorithming for us over the last week or so. I think it has to do something with the consistency. I did miss last Thursday, but hopefully that's not going to mess anything up because I have also still been posting shorts. So hopefully the channel is in good hands with the YouTube lords and we'll continue to have the channel growing in no time. All right, let's see who's watching live. Let's see our pets and check who's watching live. Let's see. We got Tanya D. Hello and welcome back into the live stream. Another member and moderator of the channel saying that's because you're awesome. To Michaela. I think I missed Michaela. Michaela Dawson said I already hit the like button. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. Let's see where we're at already. I did see some likes coming in. Oh, we're already at 12 likes with only 8 people watching live. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It does help us get more friends here. And you know we have a really good time here in the Bree Hive. We have Z Seltzer, another member of the channel. Hello and welcome into the live stream. Hope to see you backstage soon. Same with Tanya D. Kimmy Locker, hello and welcome into the live stream. We have Kimmy backstage, but she'll let me know when she's ready to come on. Kimmy is our moderator, member of the channel, paralegal, consultant of the channel, helping us get our SEO right and finding all the documents that we need for our live streams. We appreciate her very much. Tanya saying, hey to Z Seltzer. Mary Jane, really not serious, saying, why can I see this? I'm not a member. Oh, this is the members are allowed to come on, or the members are able to come on to the live stream, but it is a very public live stream. It's not a members only live stream. It's just that the members, if they want to, they can join the live stream and chat with me live so that everyone can hear everyone's opinion in real time. We have Erica, a member of the channel, saying, hi, here to hang, need to finish art homework. Oh, art homework. That sounds fun. I am not artistic in the least bit. I was actually at my parents' house yesterday getting some of my old things, and my mom found this letter drawing. I don't know what it is. It's like me trying to draw my whole entire family and then telling about them, like where we go out to eat. I think it was like a homework project and my mom just kept it. The drawings are horrible. And I'm very ashamed to say that my drawing skills still look pretty similar to what those drawings to what those drawings looked like as a child. I wish I would have took a picture of it so I can show it to you guys. But yeah, I'm not artistic, so hopefully your art homework is going well. Tanya D saying hi to Mary Jane. Kimmy Locker saying to Mary Jane, I think the stream is public, but you have to be a member to join the stream and share your thoughts. Yes, of course. If you want to come on camera, then you need to be a member for that. Okay. Saying hi. Welcome to Erica. Z Seltzer saying hi. I want to come on the live. Anyone else going to join? You should. Everyone should join if you can. We got Z Seltzer back in the background. So let me know just when you're ready. And then I'll pull you up on stream. Okay. Mary Jane says, Kimmy, you mean the chat? No. So if you're a member, you get to come on screen with me. Hi, live. You see, I'm live. You can join up. We have Z Seltzer in the background to come up live with me. But if you are just a subscriber of the channel or just some person that happens to find the live stream, you can still view the stream. So it's still a public stream. Jazzy G saying hey to the Bree Hive. Hello and welcome into the chat. Tiny D says jump right into Z Seltzer. Yep, come on back. We got her back. And give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come on. Just let me know. All right, we're gonna bring Z Seltzer up, whose name is Sahaba. Well, let me see if I got that right. All right, we have you on the live stream. Let me see if I can hear you.
Hi.
Oh, yep, your audio is good. Usually when I do these, I completely mess up the audio starting off. So this time we are right on time. We're doing perfect. How are you today?
Sorry, I'm so excited. You did get my name right, but okay. You can call me Z if you want. A lot, my nephews and a couple of people call me Z anyways.
So. Okay, well, welcome onto the live stream. I think this is the first time you joined the member live stream.
Well, I can't on Saturdays. So okay. I'm Jewish, so I keep the Sabbath and I can't come on Saturdays. So I was really excited we did it on Sunday.
Yes, I'm super happy. And I was thinking, I know football season is going on and my husband's trying to get us to go watch a game at a bar. And I'm just like, well, I have to live stream. So I'm happy you were able to join.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to get into the cases in just a moment. I'm going to finish the chat and then we'll jump right in there. So feel free to chime in if you have any comments on any of the chats coming in. And then we'll jump probably into Madonna first. Okay, let's see. Where was I at here? Mary Jane says, Kimmy, LOL. Okay, cool. Happy in the chat. No, we want you on the live stream. Oh, we left Z Seltzer, or we lost her. Hopefully she can come back in. Phoenix Fire saying hello from Indiana. Hello and welcome back into the live stream. And yes, of course, to Mary Jane, we're happy to have you here, even if you don't want to show us your beautiful face. Mary Jane dropping the V in a heart. Tanya D saying, hi, Kimmy. I don't think I said hi to you. Okay, let's see here. Y'all are having a whole chat together. Z Seltzer says, or Kimmy says to Z Seltzer, the color looks gorgeous on you. Yes, of course. I think I have her back on this backstage, so I'm going to bring her back up when she's ready again. Then everyone's just saying, come. And Mary Jane thinks Sahara is a cool name. I have a line sister named Sahara, but she spells it different. A sorority sister. Jazzy G saying hi Z, and then Mary Jane saying or correcting the spelling of your name. Tiny D saying, go, great to see your beautiful face to Z Seltzer. Yes, of course. And Kimmy saying hi to to Tiny D saying, good to see you. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready to come back on Z, and then I'll bring you back up here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I made it through the chat. I'm sorry that we lost you there. So hopefully everything is all good now. Let's talk about Madonna. Go ahead and drop in the chat y'all's thoughts on Madonna and the case. Remember, this is the lawsuit where the two concert goers are filing a class action lawsuit because Madonna came and started the concert late. So I'm going to ask you, Z, do you have any initial thoughts on the lawsuit, whether you think it's legitimate, whether you think it's a silly lawsuit, any initial thoughts before I jump into the update?
I think it's a little silly.
Yeah, it's a little silly, but I think that the actual response from Madonna is a little sillier. So, did you want to elaborate on your thoughts on that?
No, I actually don't know much about it. I wasn't able to listen too much to the original live stream, but
Okay.
so much. If it's just about starting, like, come on, like,
Yeah. And it's like it's a celebrity and they listed several instances where she had been late in the past. So it's almost like you should have known she would be late. Of course, it's still up to Madonna to, notify people if there's some issues and running late. But at the same time, if you're a fan and you know she's always late, she's probably going to be late to this one too.
yeah,
Mhm. But this one
yeah.
I think is like her 40-year anniversary in music or something like that. So that's very interesting. So let me go ahead and pull up
What
the
other rock stars are known to be, a little self-absorbed
Mhm.
and a little, maybe not sober. So I think to be an expectation you should have for people of her age group, which is closer to mine, but but still, like,
I think 2 hours late is like extremely bad. But I don't know, like I don't go to concerts. Tanya D does go to concerts, so I don't know if she has a little bit more background for this. But I think I would be annoyed if someone was 2 hours late too. But I don't know if I would be so annoyed to then sue over like $200.
yeah,
I just probably would never go to their concert again. But also, I say that about the chocolate from the Reese's lawsuit, which we covered this month too. It's like annoyed, yes. Worthy of suing, probably not. That's just my opinion.
right.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the update because Madonna did kind of respond, not really respond, but kind of respond. And she basically says she's going to vigorously defend the legal action brought by the fans after she was more than 2 hours late for a show, her representatives have said. And so she was 2 hours late for this show, but then she was also 2 hours late for each show that weekend. And I think there were three. So I would love to see what she has to say. And this is kind of a live reaction because I just kind of read the headline and I didn't go through the article. So please excuse me if I'm reading things we don't really care about. So she's being sued by two concert goers. The case says the pair would not have paid for tickets had they known it would finish so late. So it was supposed to start at, I think, like 8:30. It didn't start until like 11 o'clock, and they didn't get out of there until 1 a.m., which they said made it hard for them to catch like Ubers and ride shares and just to get home in general, and potentially that they had work in the morning. So that was interesting. They, Madonna and Live Nation, who was part of the production for the show, they are saying that there was technical issues that caused the delay. What like makes me confused about that? I'm like, okay, you had technical issues on the first night, sure, fine, but what about the other two nights and all her other concerts where she was late for? So let me know what y'all think in the comments about this excuse of technical difficulties. I know I have technical difficulties here on the live stream, but it's like not every show, right? So I don't know how much I believe that they weren't able to get it fixed in a day. So Z, do you have any comments on that?
No.
Okay. So this was during the, let's see, they said North America this opened at the Barclays in Brooklyn as planned, with the exception of a technical issue, which they're not telling us what the technical issue is, on December 13th during the sound check. This caused a delay that was well documented in press reports at the time. We intend to defend this case vigorously. I haven't seen any press reports on this, so let me know in the comments if y'all have. This is going to be interesting. But what about the other 2 days? Because they're only naming December 13th. The statement added the tour's recent European leg had received rave reviews. The case brought by Michael Fellows and Jonathan Hayden states that many ticket holders who attended concerts on a weekend had to get up early to go to work and or take care of their family responsibilities that day. They are suing Live Nation and the Barclays Center for false advertising, negligent misrepresentation, and unfair and deceptive trade practices. The Barclays Center has yet to respond. Let's see here. The lawsuit claims. All right. So I think this is just kind of going back the over the allegations. Okay, yeah. They're talking about all these other times where she was late, which I mean, like people said when we first covered the case, it almost doesn't help their case because you kind of should know she's going to be late because she has been late in the past. So their excuse is that there were technical difficulties. Sorry. Gosh, I'm not used to having two people. They're claiming that it was technical difficulties, but I'm just like, what kind of technical difficulties last 3 nights for the whole show? So that's their excuse. They're going to defend against it. I'm just like, give them their $200 back.
I kind of think the complainant who says, oh, we had to get up extra early and go to work and take care of our kids so that we could go to the concert, like, that's called life.
Yeah.
Like, it's trying to garner sympathy, but it doesn't. Like,
yeah.
It misses the mark a little bit.
The question I would then have is, would you still be complaining if the show, let's say it started on time or maybe like 30 minutes late, but she just extended the show because she was having such a good time. She performed extra songs for you. Would you also be complaining? Maybe. Right. You made us stay later.
One of the places I live in Cleveland, Ohio. So one of the places I go to concert, the line to get in and the line to get out is super long. It could be an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Wow.
So, and that's in the car, like with the gas going. Wow. It's an outdoor music center and it has this great big property, but it's rural, so the roads are one lane each way. It's not like a city. There aren't multiple ways in. There's just one way in. So like 2 hours, like going 4 hours before a concert is like kind of normal.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't know how long the line is going to be. And if you get there, the line is short, but you still have to be there early. Like
you're just waiting. Yeah.
Either you're waiting at the concert hall or you're waiting in the car trying to get there, hoping you'll get there in time. So like,
yeah, I don't know.
Concert. You have to wait.
Yeah, and you never know how these things are going to go. But my other thing I would probably point out here is that if it was technical difficulties and you had people sitting in the concert center, why not just get on the mics and say we're having technical difficulties? I get not like informing people before the concert, but how about during the 2 hours that they're waiting? So I don't know if it's a strong argument. I think there will be, like I said before on our previous live stream, that there may be some equitable claims that she can probably overcome, but like the ones that are governed by statute of you need to kind of like notify people, I don't think she'll be able to overcome those. I don't know if she'll have to give the full ticket price back, but I'm thinking she's going to owe them something.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what is going on in the chat. And we have Tanya D in the back. Let me know when you're ready. Just give me a thumbs up when you are ready to come on up. So welcome in, Tanya D. How are you today?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm doing. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Only day I get to be at home and do nothing, although I have a lot of classes to do today. So.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us live. I don't think we'll take up too much time, but we're happy to have you here.
Nope, you're fine. It's on the schedule, so I'm good.
Okay, perfect. Oh, good. I'm on a schedule. Love it.
Yeah, but as a professional concert goer,
yes,
I just had to say, they don't sound like they go to concerts often. Mm-hmm. It sounds like maybe they possibly got I think you said they got last minute tickets.
Yes, so they bought the tickets the same day.
So maybe they were like, oh, we're here. Like way back in 2002, I went to Vegas as a vacation celebration when I graduated from grad school.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw in the paper that it was a Layla Ali fight. Mm-hmm. Tickets were $35. We were like, we've never been to a fight. We're going to see Layla Ali. That's kind of what it sounds like. It was a last minute thing. They were in town. One, you're an adult. If you have to go to work, okay. You already know that when you decide to buy a concert ticket on a weekday.
That's true.
So, okay, get over it. Maybe they should get their money back, like you said, but to sue, no, because I've had concerts that were rescheduled. Mm-hmm. Crazy thing, the venue flooded on the inside.
Wow.
And because it was wires and stuff on the floor, it just wasn't safe. Mm-hmm. People were in the venue. We had to leave, and they canceled the concert. They said it would be rescheduled. It never happened. Right. So we got our money back a long time later, but pretty much it happens. And you know, you're an attorney. Mm-hmm. There's always that fine print.
Right. Where it says
who knows what it says, because nobody really reads all of that.
Right.
So, huh?
Hogue does.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And it may have been technical difficulties. They probably should have announced that. Mm-hmm. And again, I've been to a lot of concerts. I've been to a concert. It was a tornado outside.
Wow.
Literally, when I was walking in the building, we were trying to get in before we knew it was coming. Right. The clouds were turning really, really dark, like charcoal gray, almost black. When we were out on the front by the doors, the tornado sirens went off. Pretty much, we got to our seat. Then they made an announcement. Everybody that's out in the foyer, you know, by the concession, you all need to go into where your seats are for safety reasons. So it's always a lot of extenuating circumstances. But the venue should have announced it, that there was a delay. I don't know. Who's to say they didn't? These people just aren't saying. I don't know.
Yeah, and I kind of don't believe them. I don't believe Madonna, to tell you the truth, because I feel like that would have been easy to announce, or like were they just sitting in the dark, or were the microphones not working? They couldn't send out an email or a text message or anything. I don't know that they're telling, and maybe they did have a tiny, you know, technical difficulty that they'll be able to show that they had a tiny little technical difficulty. But is it going to be enough to postpone the show 2 hours, and then the next night 2 hours, and then the next night 2 hours, and then 10 years ago you were 2 hours late? It just sounds like a she's late thing.
If people are notorious for knowing, Lauryn Hill might not show up, or she will be late. Mm-hmm. So when you get your ticket, you're taking your chances. Right. So, I mean, and it sounds like that's kind of how it is for Madonna. I've never seen Madonna, although I actually would love to go see a Madonna show. I don't listen to her new music, but that's okay. I love the old stuff.
What I want to know is history of being late. Like, do they have an opening act or a comedian to keep the audience at bay and not angry? Like,
it didn't sound like it.
It does sound a little bad PR to not be prepared. You know, like, I don't think they're obligated, but it's like, it's good PR if you kind of appease the audience a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about that on the last live stream when we covered the show this case for the first time. We said, okay, they didn't have anyone there to kind of, you know, buffer the situation, knowing that she's always late. Or heck, tell her show starts at 6:00. I don't know. She might be a diva and say, no, it has to start at 8. But I mean, at that point you got to change her clocks or whatever to get her there on time and get her ready on time. But definitely, from what I know from concert, there's usually like opening acts, people that kind of take up time. But if it's only like 15 minutes and she's going to be 2 hours late, I can definitely understand. But I don't understand why they never mentioned, okay, they had an opening act, it lasted 15 minutes, we didn't see Madonna for another 2 hours. That would have been good information to put into there. But they didn't say anything about an opening act, and maybe she's just, like I said, a diva, and she's the only one performing at her show. So I don't know.
Even if she was the only one performing, I really feel like, because usually the concerts are in conjunction with a radio station or something like that, they have radio personalities that talk and come out. They made it seem like they were literally just sitting there looking around at each other. Yeah. And I doubt that. It's a very large venue, I'm sure. And it's a Madonna concert. I'm sure it was heavily promoted with the radio stations giving out free tickets and all of that. Somebody had to be there. I mean, and more than likely, they had a local comedian or somebody who maybe even came out and told jokes and talked about how she was late. Like anything. They weren't just sitting there. I mean, granted, you want to see Madonna, but okay.
Yeah.
I think, now, I did go see random a couple years ago, the Doobie Brothers. I took a road trip. Everybody thought I was crazy. To go to Nashville to see, because I wanted to see Michael McDonald. And so I did a day trip. They didn't have an opening act, I don't think, but they were on time. Right. But everybody wasn't even out there at first, because Michael McDonald wasn't out there at the very beginning, because the Doobie Brothers had songs before him. So even if, she could have had some local talent, they could have had a contest with the radio station, the radio station person that won could have, I'm like, anything. So it was just kind of stupid.
Right. And I'm wondering, like, if she's just like, well, people aren't going to be on time, so I'm going to be late too.
Right. But if you're talking about Live Nation, Live Nation and Ticketmaster, they already have a whole lot of lawsuits anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
they do. Definitely. They do. And I think they're going to keep on coming on.
Yep.
We lost you, Seltzer, but I see you're back in the backstage. I'll bring you back up. Okay, there you go.
Long back button.
I
was trying to look at I'm on my phone because it has a better camera than my.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna jump into the chat. Did you have anything that you wanted to add, Z?
No.
Okay. All right, let's
Yay, the little bee. I love that little bee.
Yes, our little baby bee. I was like so proud when I made it, and I'm just like, it's not that good, but we're gonna use it anyways. I'm telling y'all, I'm not that artistic, but I try. I think we already covered that. Jazzy G says they probably deserve their money back, but yeah, personally, I wouldn't sue for this. I just feel like suing takes so much time and effort out of you to do for $200. I would just probably never go back to your concert, but I understand just getting the money back. So let's see. Mary Jane said, oh, go ahead.
I've been into a concert that's a disappointment. I just stopped buying the records. I buy the record afterwards. Like, whatever. Like, that's what you do.
You lose some, you win some. That's what I say. So hopefully Madonna gets it together. Hopefully she doesn't try this again and she doesn't get any more lawsuits. But if this is going to be like a common practice for this concert, she's going to have to figure something out. You're not going to be able to use the technical difficulty argument for every single concert.
True.
Yeah. Mary Jane says, isn't one of Angelina Jolie's broad called Zahara? She has so many kids. I'm thinking you meant one of her kids. I don't know what Broad would be. But do you know that, Z? If anyone has this, any of Angelina Jolie,
Her brood, because she has a gaggle of kids.
Oh, is that what that is? I don't know that word. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
The oldest adopted daughter, I believe, is
Okay.
She's an AKA, as a matter of fact.
The oldest daughter,
Zahara.
Yeah. Yeah, I have an AKA line sister named Zahara, but she spells it different. Okay. And then Mary Jane says Madonna was great in the 80s and 90s. I don't like her anymore. I feel like that's a consensus. I'm not really a consensus amongst the chat, but some people made some comments for sure. Let's see. Mary Jane says, I can't go to concerts. I get physically sick, too loud. I'm like, I don't get physically sick, but sometimes I have to leave loud places early. Mary Jane says, what does the shirt say? Which shirt? Tanya D's shirt or my shirt? My shirt just says 5. Tanya D, what does your shirt say?
My shirt says, I'm not broke, I'm pre-rich. I made it.
I love that. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm pre-rich. I know, like when the channel finally like pops off, I'm gonna have to contract Tanya D to make my merch.
Let me know what you need. I got you.
Okay. I don't know if I'm cool enough for merch yet.
I like merch.
You make it cool.
That is true. You make it cool. Z, what did you say?
I like the merch. I like it for gifts. Like if people say, "What do you want for a gift?" I'm like, "I want the merch."
Yeah, I know, and people make such good ones too. I don't know how to be creative. Maybe we can put our little B on there.
Yeah.
Kimmy Locker says, I'm curious to see what the Barclays Center has to say about the alleged technical difficulties. They haven't responded yet. I wonder what they will say too. I'm thinking it's not a huge technical difficulty. Like, you have Madonna coming in town. You make sure that stuff is put together right. I don't know about that. Mary Jane says, Kimmy, I guess Madonna would bribe them. I don't know. I hope not. Kimmy says it'd have to be a pretty hefty bribe because Barclays is an established arena with a reputation to uphold. Yeah, of course. If there's no technical difficulties, hopefully they wouldn't lie about that. But we know Live Nation, in my opinion, would be willing to not tell the truth. That's my opinion. I don't know if they tell the truth, but so far they haven't had the best reputation. Let's see here. We have Mary Jane saying, yeah, I guess Madonna has mad cash though. I don't know how rich she is, so I'm not going to comment on that. Kimmy Locker says, yeah, but so does Barclays in theory. So if she's going to throw money at the issue, I'd bet it'd be cheaper just to settle. I think it will be cheaper to settle. I don't think she should even be making the argument of technical difficulties because I don't believe it. Maybe they do have something there, but I just don't believe it. Yep, another Maria, love the name, says, my sister-in-law attended in Toronto. They had DJs and had a blast. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that they did not have any entertainment before Madonna came on. And like Tanya D said, maybe they just don't go to concerts and they don't know how it works. Like, you kind of have to wait for the performer, the main performer, to come out. So Michaela Dawson says, love Michael McDonald to Tanya. Let's see here. Mary Jane says, I love the B. Thank you. Jane Stoner, another member of the channel. Hope to see you backstage soon. Saying, I think it's the principal. I think it's the principal too, but also, like, can we write a complaint and just get our money back? And write an article about her being late? I know this one made headlines, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Could be a little bit of a PR trying to get maybe other people to join in.
Yeah, because it's a class action. They have to have at least 35 people.
And more than 30 people.
Yeah, that went to the concert and probably had a problem. Or maybe people went to the concert and didn't have a problem that she was late. That would be a whole nother issue. They wouldn't be able to bring their class action because they don't have a class.
So it's only 2 people right now?
So far, yeah.
So if they don't get 35 people, will it get thrown out?
It can get dismissed because they didn't meet the standard of a class action. They can then refile it as just them two, but if no one joins in, it's not really a class action anymore, and the court can't really move it forward.
Now it sounds like a lawyer trying to get a big
Yeah, and so usually what they do with these situations, like I don't know if you guys ever received like an email from Google or from a law firm, if you use Google in the last 6 months or whatever, sign up here, we have a class action settlement for you, or Apple or whatever it is, they usually create some type of website for you to sign up to become a part of the class action. So I don't know if you guys have experience with that or not. I get them all the time.
I get them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I get not frequently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'll be up to the lawyer or whoever makes these websites for people to sign up to establish that link for you to sign up with it.
So is it just for this particular concert or any Madonna concert?
This one, let me go back to it. I believe it's for the one specifically at the Barclays Center for that weekend. I don't think it's for the other ones, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I just don't remember. But I know they specifically sue Barclays Center and specifically sue Live Nation. So Live Nation would go throughout the whole tour, but Barclays Center would only be for these particular shows. So I believe, if I remember correctly, it was for the 3 shows over the weekend. Let's see here. Mary Jane says, yes, gaggle for the kids, or gaggle of kids. Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. Tanya D gifted 1 Boss Attorney Bree membership. Thank you so much. Who ended up getting it? Let's see if I can see it. It was gifted to Mary Jane, Sarah, really not Sarah, who just said she wasn't a member. So now she can join the live stream. Right? That perfectly landed. I think that perfectly landed. Mary Jane says, Smalls, thanks. It's an autism thing. I feel the vibration so bad. Oh, Hella Swanky /Smalls is in the house. Welcome into the live stream. Mary Jane says, Tanya D, oh, thank you for the gift. And Smalls says, member of the channel on the Smalls channel now, says, wish I could join the class action. We know you have a problem with Madonna. You have to prove you bought a ticket, okay? I don't know if you have to prove it, but you can just say you did. Small says, if you've been harmed by Madonna's rudeness or tardiness, not just filing a whole new lawsuit on us. Small says, if you've been personally victimized by Madonna, not you making a commercial, okay? Not a commercial in the chat. You better come join. I know you got a lot to say on this issue. We're about to move on from it. Thank you for everyone that commented on that. Any last words? We'll see if Smalls is going to join us to give us a little bit more detail on why Madonna is not at the top of her list. But Tanya D, do you have anything else on this case that you want to say?
No, nothing. I just wanted to say that it's stupid. These people, I don't think these people go to concerts on a regular basis or have rarely been to concerts. I'll say that. To file a lawsuit, I think more so it boggles my mind. Why and how do people have time and money to file lawsuits all the time? I'd be trying to get my $200 back or whatever and go on. I guess I have a life. Yeah. Maybe that's it. I don't get it.
And the thing is, I'm in the court constantly and I just see how much time and effort it takes. I'm just like, no.
I'm just wondering if maybe these people have a friend who's a lawyer who said you might have a case.
Maybe.
Somebody a little bee in the bonnet, and either that person or a lawyer was nearby when they heard somebody complaining and they said, look, I might be able to help you, because thinking dollar signs. So like, like either like, at a party or at a professional development place. People are talking, and somebody's like, "Ooh, maybe we can make something out of this." And somebody like they make this pipe dream and they think it's going to be real, but they don't realize how absurd it sounds to the rest of us.
Right. And one thing that we also have to recognize is with class action lawsuits, or really with just suing celebrities, they tend to settle. So even if they don't think that they did anything to harm you, they're going to throw some money at you to make you go away. So a lot of the class action lawyers, they file these lawsuits knowing that they may not go to trial and win, but that they'll get a settlement and get some money paid out of it anyways. And let's be honest, the lawyer gets about 30% of the money being paid out prior to it going back to the ticket holders, right? To the people that are actually suing. So if your ticket was $200, you gave 30% to your attorney to pay them off for filing this lawsuit because they don't get paid until they win or until they get a settlement. Then you're probably looking at like $100 and some odd dollars, right? You're not looking at the full return of the money. So if it was really about just getting the money back, I would probably file a complaint and ask for my money back. But when you're doing it as a lawsuit, you're going to take up time. You're going to lose some money because you have to pay your lawyer, and you just look ridiculous. Although I agree they should probably get some of their money back, it's just not worth the time for me.
And also, the lawyers could be new at the class action business, and they're trying to get one in.
Oh, yeah. And a high-profile case like Madonna, yeah.
Yeah. Like, this is like, there's probably lots of people out there who think, or lawyers out there who think class action makes big bucks. So they're trying to break into that industry of law, and they got to get a couple of wins to get anywhere.
So right. And they do get paid out big money, especially like depending on how many people join into. Like, imagine how much the Google class action lawsuit attorneys get paid. May take them a couple years to get it, but they're getting a hefty settlement out of it. You're probably talking about tens of millions of dollars per class action.
Like, they have private jets. Like, these are not like, so there's always lawyers trying to get into that business.
Yeah. I agree with that. Let me check out some more of the comments, and then we'll probably go on to the next lawsuit. Let me see. Small says, it's not personal, Brie. I just have a problem with media. Oh, not Madonna. Oh, gosh, I just messed one up. Oh, no, there it is. Small says, you want details? Did you make the PowerPoint? Please tell me you did not make the PowerPoint. Please tell me you didn't. Small says, I go to concerts on a regular basis. Mary Jane says, I love PowerPoint presentations. Oh, Kimmy, I forgot. We were actually supposed to do the PowerPoint for, what's her name? Lauren the Mortician and Jeanette Braun. That's what we were supposed to cover today. I completely forgot. So we might have to do another members live stream. I completely forgot about that. A Small says, I was also a touring artist. 2 hours is too much. The lawsuit is valid if they can't get their money back. Yeah, I think I would have asked for my money back first, though. 2 hours is a long time. I think they should get some type of reimbursement. I just don't have the time to sue. Small says this could be precedent setting. Yes, of course, especially if artists are always late. Sorry, Lauryn Hill, they may be coming after you next. Chaz Focus says, hey, Bree, long time no see. Hope all has been well. Hello and welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you in the chat today at our non-regular scheduled time. Tanya D says, it seems like they should have tried to get their money back first. And it seems like they did not try that at first, because it's only a month in a couple of weeks after the actual concert. So
right.
Maybe they tried, or maybe they just drafted up this lawsuit and filed it. So I agree with you. Jane Stoddard says the Doobie Brothers were one of the best concerts I've seen back in the 90s. Okay, sounds like a good one. Small says, can't they ask for lawyer fees? Yes, and that's paid as part of the settlement. A lot of times is the lawyer fee. So there will be, okay, I'm willing to give you $10 million, but $3 million goes to attorney's fees and costs, basically. Or you can do it to where the attorneys have to prove how much fees and costs that they have. It really just depends on the case, but generally, attorneys will not take on the cases unless the people signing on, especially for like personal injury or things like class actions, is that you have to give me 33% of the settlement in order for them to even file it. Okay. Kimmy Lockett says, I'm crossing my fingers we'll get a chance to do the Lauren Mortician PowerPoint or at least part of it this week. Oh, okay. Hopefully. We'll try to get to it. I have one more short to post about it. And then I'm probably gonna move on with my life. Kimmy Lockett says, Bree, we were supposed to do it today. In that case, we both forgot. Yeah. I forgot. I said we should do it during the member stream, and then I completely lost track of what I was supposed to be streaming about today. Small says, wait, I thought they asked for their money back or tried and couldn't. They didn't say anything about that in the lawsuit. It makes it seem like they just filed it and they never asked for their money back. But I could be wrong, but they did not mention it in the lawsuit. Mary Jane, really nice. Sarah says, I thought Lauryn Hill quit the music industry. I don't know. No, apparently she just doesn't show up.
She did, and she's slowly been coming back. She did a couple of performances last year. She did do one with the Fugees, I believe, or she was supposed to, but her son Zion performed with her last year. Mm-hmm. The one that she made a song about, now he performs with her. Yeah.
That's good. Did you see the Lovers and Friends lineup in Vegas for this year?
Yes, and I was like, oh, absolutely not. It's too many people, too short a time, and the mix of crowd is not a good idea.
Yeah.
You got Janet fans and Snoop and Wiz Khalifa or whoever, I don't know. It was like 100 people on the thing. I was like, that's too many different artist types, genres, and I was like, oh, that's too much. That's chaos waiting to happen.
And I'm like, I don't know how they have like all the big names. The sets have to be like 10 minutes max for each one of them because
it's only one day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
To start at 12 a.m. and end at 11:59 p.m. At that point, there's so many artists.
Yeah, because Janet even posted about it, and I was like, Janet does like a 2-hour show. How is she going to
condense it?
Yeah. I was like, just a medley and that's it? I don't know. Do some people get more time because they're bigger? I don't know.
I think the ones with the bigger name will have the bigger sets.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, it's chaos. It was just chaos. I was like, oh, first of all, just looking at the poster with all the names was too much for me. That was, it stressed me out. It caused my anxiety. I was like, oh, it's too much. What am I reading? I don't know. Can't read all these names.
I would still go. It is a lot of good artists on there.
Younger people would have a great time. Yeah, I'm too old for all that.
I'm just wondering how they're going to put it together.
Yeah, I'll be there in March.
Okay.
For New Edition because my boys finally got their residency.
I love New Edition.
But they were trying to play games like they weren't going to sell out. Mm-hmm. So they're going to have to add more days. But because I ball on a budget, I'm going on a weekday.
Yeah.
But I'm an adult and I'm taking time off.
Right.
So I can stay. I'm going Tuesday and I'm going to be gone through the weekend.
Okay.
And might take that Monday off too if I feel like it. I don't know.
Yeah. And they already sold out?
Huh?
They already sold out?
Oh, they sold out the same day.
Dang.
I got a pre-sale. I got it. Mm-hmm. But it was hard. Like, they were disappearing like Thanos' snap. I was like, ooh, row E. Oh, nope, they're gone. Row F. They were in the cart. When I clicked, it started spinning.
Yeah.
And then they were gone. So I was like, whatever. Click, 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 and just bought in row G. But it's like row 7, so.
Yeah.
It's closer to the center aisle, so. And it's a small venue, so. Mm-hmm. Technically, great. It works out. And I'll be there pretty much for the people who come in for the weekend shows and all that. So it'll be fun.
Okay. Yeah, that does sound fun. I haven't been to a concert in so long. Small says she did quit. Talking about Lauren Hill. Mary Jane says, OMG, I didn't know her son died. I thought you said he
Who's
was performing, not that he died.
right? That's what I was like. Wait, who?
Yeah. I think we might have a little bit of miscommunication going on. I don't think he died. Small says Lauren Hill did quite thin. She tried to come back as an independent artist, but she don't really want to be here. That much is clear.
Yeah.
Seems that way. Let's see here. Small says some artists get more time for sure for the lovers and friends. Has to. I know Usher is not going to give up that much stage time. He's going to be up there for a very, very long time. Okay. He is going to be up there for a long time.
Usher need to sit down. He just finished a whole 30-year residency.
I know.
And I didn't even get to see it. I'm so hurt.
Me neither. But, that one got Keke Palmer in trouble. So.
Oh, that's a whole different topic and set of legal discussions we could have. I tell you.
Right. Yeah, no. I should have went to Usher. That's for sure.
You should have.
Not equal time. Yep. And then Small says you're gonna love their residency for Tanya D for a new edition. Mary Jane says Smalls, the music industry. No, it's not. It's corrupt. I don't know exactly which one you're referring to for that one. Small says corrupt. That artists don't have the same amount of time. I don't know. I might have missed something here. Kimmy says to Small, it better be for the algorithm to do Lauren the Mart or why can I not read right now? It'd be better for the algorithm to do Lauren the Mortician PowerPoint on a stream where we can put it in the thumbnail and title. Yeah, that does make sense. Small says to Kimmy, see, that's why you're the paralegal. Very smart. Exactly.
Kimmy's doing a great job.
Yeah, no, she really called it on the Lauren the Mortician case because I was going to move on to some cases that I don't even remember what they were. And Kimmy was like, no, this one's going to do good in the algorithm. And then that weekend, we got like 50 new subscribers. I was like, okay, Kimmy, calling it for us. And that was the one we were supposed to do the PowerPoint for, but we didn't have it done in time. So I just kind of winged it. And that one got like over 2,000 views. And normally my live streams get like 300 to 500. So that good call. Kimmy knows the algorithm. Okay. Small says, I think I missed something too. On the conversation. Yeah. I don't know where we were at with that one. Oh, wait. Let's see. Mary Jane says, wait, her son didn't die. I can't remember where I got that. Tanya D just said that he's performing with her. So I don't know if she has another son or what, but yeah.
No, it was because I saw it on YouTube because I don't watch TV anymore. I watch YouTube. It is my TV. I don't have premium, but I watch a lot of different attorneys talking about cases, bloggers talking about, gossipy stuff.
Yeah.
And crafters so I can learn how to do stuff. And that's about it. That's generally what I do on YouTube.
Yeah.
All day. I'll have it on in the background if I'm doing something like longer things. I can just sit the phone down and craft. Look, this is actually one tote of vinyl. I have 4 of these stacked up over here. So yeah.
What do you craft?
I'm a multi-crafter. I craft everything. I make shirts. I do resin, sublimation, wood, all kinds of stuff. I'm looking at some earrings I made, sublimated coasters right there, some little square wood signs I made. I'm working on a resin letter that I poured. It's a 9-inch letter, A, for my mom's friend Alice. So, whatever.
I'm actually in my crafting room and it's yarn. I crochet. And I bought too much yarn. So I moved the yarn out of the camera view.
Everybody that's a crafter is like, just move it out of the way. Actually,
but I do other stuff too. Like I have sewing and I've done soap making.
I made that. Is that the coffee bar?
Cute.
And that's just a wood sign. It's open, just sits up. So whatever I feel like making, or but I do more personalized gifts. So
Yeah,
whatever somebody asks for, I do gift baskets. You know.
that's nice.
So that's why I was like, Bree, let me know what you want. I make it.
Yeah, I need to. Well, I got some goals this year, and actually, I never mentioned. Kimmy told me not to focus on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, but I have been, so I'm sorry about that. But focus on TikTok. I did make a new channel, and I actually reached 1,000 followers on TikTok today.
What's
So,
the new channel?
I think it's just Boss Attorney. Let me see what it is. It's very similar to the other one.
Because I don't go on TikTok. I only do Instagram Shorts.
Oh, I don't do the Instagram. They're saying use Instagram, but I'm like, no, I absolutely cannot add another platform right now. I have to focus on these two only. My name on here, yeah, it's just Boss Attorney on this one. So I just hit 1,000 subscribers on there. So that was super exciting. And if you guys are crafting, you guys need to make a channel on something.
I did record my first video on me when I was making, I think, the letter A, when I was pouring the resin for that. But now I have to learn how to edit. I don't know how to do all this stuff. So I'm teaching myself as I go. So I'm still trying to get the setup with the camera. I'm like, is it backwards? I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's too much.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. It definitely takes some time. But with the crafting, those ones are not, I wouldn't say easier, but I think they're a little better for you if you're like not showing your face and you're not used to it and you don't want to talk on camera. You can just do like the voiceovers and things. And I watch stuff like that on TikTok all the time. So
And that's the thing. I have to learn how to do the voiceover, and I got to do all the editing. I'm like, oh Lord. Okay.
yeah, because you can't put up a 20-minute vid, or you can now, but you don't want to put up a 20-minute video of that unless you're like actually teaching people how to do it.
My head, because I keep on forgetting which direction I need to move because it's very.
I have this one too for if you guys are doing like the craft and stuff. I don't know how well it will work. Like it doesn't point angles difference, but this one is like a 360 and it follows you when you move. So if you, I don't know if it does it for hands or anything like that, but if you have to move, the camera will follow you around the room if you have to get up. So those are cool too. Before they started promoting them on TikTok, I have bought one. So okay, let's go ahead and jump into let's do Girardi, because I feel like there's a lot to say about that. All right, we are on Tom Girardi being found competent to stand trial. I thought that was insane, especially I'm happy that Kimmy was able to find the order for us, or they released the order for us, because I did not think that the judge would specifically put in there that he was faking. So any initial thoughts on that? I don't have an update on that case. I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was like a little shady for the court. I mean, I guess they have to put their reasoning in there, but I'm like, it's a little shady to say that they think he was faking. What do you guys think?
I thought he was faking. He filed. Like, I
agree. Yeah.
I don't remember. Did he specifically use those words?
He put that he was malingering.
Oh, okay.
The word we
I
all
don't think
learned
that was shady. What was that, Z?
The new word that we all learned at the Amber Heard trial, malingering.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they put he was malingering, and basically that he was exaggerating his symptoms, which of course they do have to put the findings in there. But I just thought they were going to find that his mental impairment was not as significant to render him incompetent. I didn't think that they were going to rule on the fact that they thought he was faking.
Well, that's what most people thought anyway.
We did think it.
So, based on the report from the, test and all of that, he was malingering. So, that was just the professional word for he was faking.
Right.
So, yeah. I don't think it was shady. I think it was just the truth.
Yeah.
Because clearly, if he's sitting up there cussing under his breath at who was it? The prosecutor.
The prosecutor, yeah.
Look, he know what he doing. He might be a little off, because he is aging.
Right.
So I won't say that, but he's still aware enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that they needed to find, that he was aware enough to understand what the proceedings were, right?
Right, exactly.
And so there you go.
Yeah.
Did you have anything?
My question is, how is this judgment going to affect the civil case?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I was just wondering how this is going to affect the civil cases. Mm-hmm. Because the civil cases also is using his guardianship as a shield. So we'll have to see how that affects, because if I'm not mistaken, can't remember the name of the law firm that sued for a RICO, civil mm-hmm. RICO. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be, well, if the judge in the criminal case says he's malingering, will they be able to depose him? Because they wouldn't be able to depose him because of the guardianship. They have to pierce that guardianship to be able to depose him.
Well, and I don't know this because I don't practice these kinds of law. If they could then request that the court cancel the guardianship or give an order that he is able to be deposed, even with the guardianship, there's nothing stopping him, to my knowledge, from being deposed other than making sure his conservator agrees for him to do it. Of course, he can argue that he's not mentally competent, but then you pull the orders from this court and say, well, the criminal court thinks that you're mentally competent to stand trial, so you have to be mentally competent to be deposed, right? He can object to it and he can argue why he shouldn't be deposed, sure. Or he can be more mentally, incapacitated or whatever it is. But I don't
think when he gets in there for the deposition, he's going to really try to
confuse.
Exactly.
Oh, he's going to try to get incompetent again. I would be very surprised if he doesn't try it again.
Or either just keep doing things to prolong the process until he's not competent at all.
My boy is going to fall down the stairs. He's going to fall again, okay? And then he's going to say, I need to be reassessed. He's going to fall again, I guarantee.
Oh, goodness.
I've actually dealt with a lot of old people in my life. One of the things is they think there's no FME anymore at a certain age. Mm-hmm. So it's going to try too hard, and it's going to come off as a grumpy old man. It's not going to come off as exactly incompetent. It's going to come off as malingering. He also seems to be a little bit narcissistic. He's not going to be able to act well enough to really prove that he's incompetent.
The issue is that he's too smart. He's literally a trial attorney. So he probably understands.
Like Alex Murdoch, he has so much confidence in himself, he doesn't realize that the rest of us got smart on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's too smart. Yeah, he's too smart to sit there and pretend like he doesn't know what's going on. As we can see, he done cussed the prosecutor out under his breath. Could it be an angry old person thing? Sure. But the response to what he responded to, it's like, no, he wish he can handle his own trial on his own is what I got from it. Okay. Let me go ahead and jump into the chat and see if we're on this thing. Kellyanne Blount says, we love a multi-crafter for you guys. Mary Jane says, I'm not on Instagram or TikTok. YouTube shorts are addictive. I don't like YouTube shorts as much as I like TikTok. I don't know.
You're younger. I think that may be what it is. I don't know.
I think the algorithm hasn't picked up on what I like yet.
That's cute. Also, not everybody on TikTok is posting them on YouTube or Instagram, but you can really just use the same material and just post it on the different platforms and just copy and paste it because it's really the same stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I like Instagram because I don't want to do TikTok, and so I know like the stuff is older, and I know it's a little bit the curation is a little different, but it's the best I could do because I don't want to download TikTok.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of YouTube shorts that come to me are like cuts of like interviews or just things I don't want to watch, or like talking about like Logan Paul, and I'm just like, I don't want to hear about Logan Paul.
The problem is YouTubers think in longer content, and if you just cut longer content little, it looks a little weird. But if you're doing TikTok, you're making it small for the TikTok, so you have like a beginning, middle, and end in a smaller amount of time. But once you've done that, you could just take the same material and just post it everywhere, and it's the same stuff, and it'll do better than the Logan Paul podcast.
Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, all of those things. It's like it thinks I'm an 18-year-old or something, but I'm like, why not just look at what I watch on long form and then put those type of shorts in front of me? The other thing about TikTok is now doing horizontal videos and trying to get up to 30-minute upload times. So I think TikTok is going to change a lot soon. They put the app on TV now, so people can now watch TikTok on their television. So all of these platforms are just trying to be each other.
Yeah.
So I'm a little slow. One more time. What is your name on TikTok? Because I follow Boss Attorney Bree.
Yes, I privated that one. It's just Boss Attorney.
And see, that's not coming up for me.
Let me see. I'm right here. It's like a picture I have on the black jacket in the picture.
Yeah, that one didn't come up at all. Okay, so it's not me. I'm not crazy. It's just not coming up. Okay, I'll find it. At least I know what I'm looking for now.
Okay.
All one word. Is attorney spelled out?
Yeah. So that's the actual username. So it's at Boss Attorney.
That's okay.
But if you are just looking up my name, like username, it's Bree with a little line that says attorney.wife. So I don't know if that helps. There's a bunch of Brees. As I've been posting over this last week or so, there's a bunch of Brees, Briannas, Brittany's, all kinds of people.
Okay, I found it.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. And so the content on that one is a lot different than what I post over here. That one's like relationship stuff, and the TikToks that actually blew up on there actually went viral like 2 times in the last week or so. It's just talking about TikTok drama, but that have to do with like relationships. So it's different than the content over here. So I don't repost what I post over there over here. So I'm literally trying to run 2 channels at this point. Okay. Kimmy Locker says, I must have miscommunicated because I definitely didn't mean we should do YouTube and TikTok at the same time. You said that's what I took it as. At the same time, best practice is at least 3 posts a week on 3 platforms, if and when possible. Yeah, I don't got 3 platforms in me. I don't have that in me until I stop working as much. Maritza Pierre Aponte says, I like the Buzzy Bee swoop. Thank you very much. Welcome into the live stream. Small says, oh gosh, let me get my cuss word pulled up. Okay, they called him all the way out, laughing my A off. For the competency on Girardi, yes, they did. Small says they're trying to introduce you to new content with shorts. I don't like it. I don't like the content that they're trying to introduce me to.
She said, I don't like it.
I'm like, show me stuff similar to what I already watched, like murder mystery and lawsuit stuff. And I watch some like beauty content or family or husband-wife content, I guess you would call it. Not family content. I don't want to watch your kids. But yeah, show me things like that. I don't know.
I do get a lot of shorts and clips with babies doing cute stuff or things like that. Which means now I get a lot of DDG and Hallie people who post their
baby.
Because they're on Snapchat, so people will post their recent Snapchats as their content. So I get a lot of those. I'm like, I don't want to keep seeing this baby's blurred face, but the Brad and Judy, So I get Baby True. I get a lot of his videos with his little chubby cheeks.
Uh-huh.
I love babies, but then I keep on thinking about all the creeps that watch baby videos, and I don't want to for them. like I feel guilty if I find a cute baby on the internet because I don't want to watch it. So,
then you're adding to the like count.
I don't want to add to it.
But a lot of people, they don't think of women like that. They think of men like that, as if men cannot like cute videos of babies. But there's just so many creepy men out there that people automatically assume if you're a man watching a baby video, then you're also a creep.
As an Orthodox Jew, we have lots of babies. So the men all like babies. Like, yeah. Because we have lots of them. You gotta like them. And they're making you like them. So, so to us, it's not weird if a guy likes a baby. Yeah. But there are people who do creepy things on the internet. And it's the internet that's dangerous.
Yeah. And so Alpha, my husband, he will send me like videos of cute babies because we don't have kids yet. So
he's hinting.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, oh, I want our baby to look like this or our baby to, do these kind of things. And I'm like, you're adding to like the creepy guy. Guy statistics because you're a man sending baby videos. They don't know you're sending them to your wife.
I have a brother who is the baby whisperer. He could pace in the living room and get a baby to fall asleep in no time. Mm-hmm. Like all the hard babies. Like, yeah. Men and babies to me are like normal, but I have only boys and I have a lot of brothers. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I like
it's a weird phenomenon because there are normal guys out there, but unfortunately they get a bad rap for being creepy towards babies. Okay, Small says that's why you sometimes get wild content with shorts. Yeah, wild content for sure. Mary Jane says my short is 90% food and kitties. LOL. I like food content too. I think I watch more of a variety of content on TikTok than I do on YouTube Shorts. And I don't watch Instagram Reels at all because it's literally just TikTok put onto Instagram Reels. But you don't watch TikTok, so you don't see them on TikTok. I watch TikTok constantly.
On Instagram, there's a lot of people who post from TikTok to Instagram, and I watch a lot of those. And there are a lot of Jewish people on Instagram too. They prefer that Instagram over TikTok.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Small found my new TikTok account. Thank you very much, and drop the link for those of you on TikTok and you want to check out my new outrageous content talking about people, which I actually thought about covering the case because it's not a case, but it is a case that I covered on TikTok. I thought about talking about it, but I didn't know if you guys will be interested. Smalls, let me know when you're ready. Just give me a thumbs up. I can bring you on up here. Okay. All right. So it's basically like a lady got onto TikTok and she explained how her husband cheated on her. And then this whole thing came about with, she never left the man. She's just complaining that he cheated on her. And this was in 2022, albeit the end of 2022. But you know how people get on the internet and they like to lie. So I went and pulled up her actual divorce case and kind of broke it down. And those videos are going viral. So I thought about covering it on this channel, but I didn't know if we would be as interested since we mostly cover actual lawsuits versus somebody's private, or it's not private, it's a public case, public divorce. But she's like a socialite in Atlanta. They got a lot of money. She's friends with Dr. Simone, if you watch Married to Medicine. So
what's her name?
Her name is Gail Lewis.
I gotta go.
Oh, Z, thank you for joining live. I will see you next time, hopefully next month when we do this again.
Well, if you do one on Sunday, I will definitely try to be here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Smalls, you ready? No? Okay. Yeah, so her name is Gail Lewis. It's like the one that's most recently posted on my TikTok if you want to watch my commentary on that. So I still do
I
commentary
will.
over there. It's just on different topics. It's not on the legal news kind of content.
Yeah, the more gossipy bloggers that I watch, mainly they're covering the Shirley Strawberry Ernest Williams case because oh, that's a whole crazy situation. It just
I
keeps
don't even know what's
unraveling.
going on.
It's a lot. I'm not gonna even start, but pretty much somebody did post something about Gail Lewis. And I was like, yeah, I don't even know who that is, so I just didn't watch it. So I was like, okay,
I
but
didn't know who it was. I just thought it was juicy.
yeah, so I haven't watched it. So I'll go and watch your content and give you some views over there. But the Kevin Hart case, they've been talking about that too.
Yeah, and so that's our next topic in just a moment. Let me finish these chats and then we'll probably jump over to that. But that case, like the most recent, or not the most recent, but the first video I posted on Gail Lewis is almost at like 500,000 views, and that's the
Oh
most
wow.
views I ever got on any platform ever. And even on that new TikTok or that old TikTok that I kind of replaced, I was like, dang,
Wow.
I don't know. What if I posted it on that one? Would it have done the same numbers? I don't think so, but it is what it is. We're building from the ground over on this one. Kimmy Locker says, as far as picking up on what you like, TikTok's algorithm is based on content you actually watch and interact with, but other social media algorithms are largely based on likes and subscriptions, which sucks because I don't want to watch things that everyone else is watching. I want to watch what I like to watch. Like, no one told who says that I like Logan Paul. Like, I might talk about him on a case, but that's because he's probably scamming somebody in that case. That's normally what his lawsuits are about. But as far as just watching him for entertainment, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The only reason why I know who Logan Paul is because I watch other YouTubers talk about him for being a scammer. It's the only reason why I know who he is. So
Same.
Mary Jane says, Kimmy, yes, but I find I get the most stuff, or I find I get, yeah, the most stuff that I like and comment on shorts, or maybe it wants me to think that. I think I just don't watch shorts enough for it to get me, because I also know when I started this new TikTok account, it was not the vibe. So maybe I don't watch enough shorts for it to figure out what I like. Okay, I think I already got that one.
I'm too busy to watch TikTok. I think that's what it is because it's not long enough. Like I said, I need something that I can just put on and have on in the background because I'm crafting. If I'm making resin, I have to stir the resin for 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm literally like this. If it's gone in 30 seconds or a minute, or look, now I gotta stop, and I don't have time for that.
I do that at the gym, and then once it gets too much, I just turn YouTube on.
Yeah, so I think my attention span is too long for TikTok.
Yeah. Which, like I said, they're trying to make it longer. They have the 10-minute videos, and now they're trying to boost it up to 30. I don't know how they're going to get that to work, though. Maybe the whole TV app thing, maybe that will help them out, because I know when I post longer videos, and maybe it's because my channel is new and I'm not as, I don't have a big audience over there yet, but people watch like 10 seconds and then they're gone. So I don't know how they're going to make the longer videos work when you're not like clicking.
Because that audience isn't built for long form content.
Right. And then they're putting it horizontal too. So you would have to watch it on your TV, because I flipped my phone horizontal for one of their horizontal videos to see how it worked, and I could not get it back out of horizontal. I had to close the whole app, and then it had all of my other apps horizontal too. And I'm like, what is this? So it took me like forever to get my phone back in regular orientation after I clicked on one sideways or horizontal video on TikTok. So I don't like it.
They're still working out the bugs.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess.
So where are we at on the likes?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I just been chatting. Like we just hanging out. Okay. 29 likes, 15 people watching live. So if you have not hit the like button, please do. It helps us get more friends to hang out over here in the Brie Hive. Still need to find out something or find something cool to say when we're talking about hitting the like button. Let's see. What goal? I think we can do a 50 like goal. We're at 29. We're about to hit 30. So we're going to do a 50 like goal. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do.
I show 30.
Okay, yours is showing 30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in studio. Sometimes it shows me less than less than that. Okay, I got you, Smalls. I'm about to bring you up. Hello and welcome into the live stream. How are you today?
Not well. What up, y'all? well. Look who it is.
Welcome back to another Brie Hive live stream.
Thank you. I'm glad you're doing another members live.
Thank you.
Love hanging out with y'all.
So are you Smalls now, not hella swanky? I'm still trying to change.
Nah, I'm always hella swanky. Always.
Okay.
That's the branded name, right? That's every username, every platform. You can call everybody. People still call me hella swanky or Smalls, no matter what my username is. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hella swanky is.
What does your shirt say?
Me? Oh, you know what? Listen, this is it says queers take care of each other. It's like the what's that, like the old school television font, you know? It was part of last year's Target Pride collection, and it was really cool, right? And I saw it and I was like, oh, this is really dope. And then these independent queer artists made it, and then Target had a big, let's call it a snafu. I don't know if y'all remember when the ultra conservative people were going in Target and like showing like the queer merchandise. I'm like, look, they're preaching to kids. This is the gay agenda, and like so they were harassing employees and stuff. And so Target took a bunch of merchandise out of their store, but by that time I couldn't return it. I was kind of pissed. So, but I love this shirt.
Oh,
yeah.
That's another legal thing we should talk about.
Yeah, they usually do collections for different things. They have Black History Month, Latino American, different things. So they always have a lot of different causes, and they display them right in the front of the store. So
that's why I don't know why they were acting brand new. I mean, I do know why they were acting brand new, right? But yeah, they made it. I'm surprised y'all didn't hear about it. It was a huge, big thing, and it was somebody should have taken legal action there because they took a lot of the artists' merchandise out, right? Like artists designed specific items for this collection, and it's always at the front of the store. But ultra conservatives were like, it's at the front of the store. It's the first thing you see when you walk in. This is ridiculous. And I'm like, girl, this is not even the first year they've done it. What do you? But I think it was because they were harassing like employees, like literally making them feel unsafe, and then like posting it online. And so Target was like, okay, we'll make you happy and take a bunch of the stuff out of the collection. But that meant the artists who had an exclusive deal could not sell the item anywhere else, and now it wasn't being sold at Target as well. So that's what kind of pissed me off.
Jeez. Well, hopefully we're at least compensated them for taking it off the shelves.
I would hope so, but hopefully they didn't have a deal that was like, if you sell more, we'll do X, because that would have been real. It seems like grounds for some legal stuff at that point. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What were we talking about? Did you have any comments on Gerardi? Because we're probably going to move on from that in a little bit.
No, I don't think so. The only thing that was, so what happens now, right? Like he's been found to be malingering. Are there any consequences for somebody being found malingering? Or they just call you out and be like, girl, you faking. Anyways, let's move on. Or is there like,
think so. I think it's going to make him less trustworthy if he decides to take the stand on his own behalf. But no, they're basically just saying he's competent to stand trial, so they're going to move the case forward. So especially in the criminal trial, if they need to depose him, they're going to depose him. But I don't think they depose the defendants in criminal trials. I don't think they do that.
Do the juries get to hear that they've been found to be malingering? Do the juries hear about that? Because that would be wild.
I feel like it depends on if they're able to bring it up. And you know what they will have come out in the trial is if they have the doctors testify and say they found him to be malingering. But I don't know if it will fit into the case at this point, because now we're more looking at the criminal aspects of things. Or his own attorneys might bring it up and say he's still incompetent. And then when they do that, then
opening the door for them to say it, right? Because I would think that would be, what do they call it, more prejudicial than probative, right? To say that he's malingering. Like, it's one thing to say, oh, you've been found competent. It's another thing to say, you tried it, and now we're going to tell the jury about it. So
and so I'm thinking that it's not going to be brought up in the actual trial part of things, so the jury shouldn't hear about it unless they
the attorney messes up. See, I've been learning from y'all. I've been learning from LawTube. Like Tanya D, I only watch LawTube, which I think, my nurse, I was in the hospital not too long ago. My nurse was saying, like, it's actually, you learn a lot more when you watch YouTube. You're learning about people's lives, perspectives, but you're also, and that's true. Like, I've been learning so much just watching LawTube since last year. I'm like, I feel like a lawyer now. No, but I do feel like a little baby paralegal, though.
Yeah, people can answer your questions directly, because I know I make posts and I don't think about certain things to say, and then people will ask, well, what about this? And you're like, oh yeah, this is that, blah blah blah. Versus if you're just watching TV and it's like, okay, they tell you what they tell you, and then there's no way to follow up on questions. So
and it doesn't have to be necessarily true or accurate, right? And then what you're gonna do about it? Nothing, because it's TV and it's fictional.
Yeah.
Now you're just walking around with misinformation.
Right. And it's just there, and there's no way to correct it. So there we have that. Let me go ahead and finish up these chats, and then we will go ahead and pop into the Kevin Hart situation with Tasha K and the defamation and all the other things. So Izzy Seltzer, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, saying thank you all for the warm welcome. Well, thank you for joining in live. Definitely appreciate you. Were the first one on stage, so we appreciate you. Definitely appreciate the super chat too. We lost Smalls, but hopefully she'll be back. Kimmy Locker says to Mary Jane, do you like a lot of content that you don't really watch or otherwise interact with because you like and or want to support the creator? Oh, talking to Mary Jane, I'm like, not me. Sometimes I accidentally watch things because I am just, not paying attention. All right. And then, hello, Swinky, or Smalls, hello, Swinky? You're good? Okay. All right, pop back on.
Accidentally kicked myself out.
Yeah, I was like, it pops off, and I'm like, oh gosh. Mary Jane says, Kimmy, I don't know. I don't think so. I only hit like if I like it. Talking about the Snapchat or the what do you call it? Shorts and the Twitter. I'm definitely not on Snapchat. I don't know what the heck they're doing over there anymore. Mary Jane says the Pazzinis are cute.
Oh, she was talking to me about little kids that are cute.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Mary Jane says, and Rachel and John, I don't know what you're referring to. Thanks again, Z Seltzer, for
more kids.
Oh, more kids online. Don't be creeps online, guys. No. Mary Jane says, I'm always trying to read shirts. Glad I'm not the only one, to Tanya D. Okay. So thank you for those chats. Let's move on to Kevin Hart and Tasha K.
Yeah, where's our B? Bossy the B.
Bossy the B is coming into town. Go ahead and jump on to Kevin Hart. Oh, by the way, for those of you, what question did I have? I forgot. It was about my pre-recorded post, but I completely forgot what my question was. So never mind. We're going to jump into Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is suing Tasha K and also his ex-assistant. He's suing the assistant for defamation. And then he's suing Tasha K for like interference with the contract and basically promoting defamation. I don't know. Some other things that he's suing her for. He recently tried to file a restraining order against Tasha K to make her take down the video. The thing about the video is it's behind a paywall. So us people that are not willing to pay Tasha K, we're not able to see it. And he filed a motion with the court to determine whether the video should be taken down. And there was a ruling that came down on that earlier this week. So let's go ahead and check on the update with Kevin Hart and Tasha K. I can't believe Tasha K just keeps getting herself in trouble like this. Do you guys have any initial thoughts on the Tasha K Kevin Hart situation?
I do. I think he's bringing more attention to himself.
Streisand effect.
Mm-hmm. Because we wouldn't even know.
No, not really. I mean, because the gossipy bloggers I watch, they've talked about it, but just like the Ernest Williams case, pretty much it's only popular in a certain segment. Mm-hmm. It's not even all over YouTube or, she over
has about 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Compared to how much is the U.S. population?
Yeah, because of what he's trying to control, he's bringing more attention to the whole situation.
Yeah, I agree. It's Streisand effect, right? I wouldn't have known anything about it otherwise. And I think, it's tough because I'm never, I got a rule, right? Which is I typically will not like criticize other Black women publicly because I feel like the rest of the world will do a good enough job for me. But Tasha K need to go somewhere. Like,
I'm surprised she made a comeback.
I am too, but then again, I'm not because you got some people who will be fans with anybody. I mean, be fans of anybody, right? Who will allow anything, take anything, be okay with anything. And so, yeah, both of those things. I agree with Tanya D on that. Like, one, I think like it really sucks, but I really do want Tasha K to go somewhere because not only is she really harming herself, but at this point, and really for a while, she's been harming the community, right? I think she's like a harmful creator. The other thing is, I think the Cardi B lawsuit sort of set this like, I don't know if precedent is the right word, but I don't know that Kevin Hart would have sued if Cardi B hadn't won or if Cardi B hadn't sued and won. You know what I mean? So I think to me, that's why he's like, maybe him and his team are like kind of confident, like, oh, well, you're not done yet. We got some more for you. I don't know if that's going to work this time because I don't know if he's going to win, but he has to weigh that against, like Tanya D said, the Streisand effect, right? Like, is it worth it? And I mean, he thinks it is. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out.
But is it really worth it? Because what did she say? He was cheating on his wife?
I don't think it's worth it. I mean, we know he's cheating on his wife.
No, because I don't know what information you have, but I don't know. That's probably what we're going to look at. But from the person, his ex-assistant that did the interview with Tasha K, baby, she went all Cat Williams. She actually changed her middle name on Twitter. I refuse to call it anything else. I'm not really on there, but the person that I saw, that I watched, Pam Esquire, she broke down what she said, and she said she talked about, she Cat Williams' cousin. So the girl changed her name on Twitter and said Maisha Cat Williams Shake. So like she changed her name on there because she went in. She was like, it might not go nowhere else, but I'm gonna let all of this out. Like the people with the Madonna lawsuit, like they didn't say, oh, she said it. She said all of it.
Well, and that's the thing about it is Kevin Hart, he's bringing this lawsuit, but in his lawsuit, he doesn't say what she said. It's just, personal information. Oh, now we're about to learn the personal information because you're going to have people, let me go ahead and pay Tasha K to go see this video. I'm about to go watch Pam Esquire. She even already told us I'm not going to pay Tasha K, but if someone else already watched it for me, I'm willing to go and watch what they have to say and what they found out, right? So I think he is bringing more attention to it. And if Tasha K didn't get called out by Cardi B, Kevin Hart probably would not have noticed her. She has 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Not everyone's going behind the paywall to pay for this interview, right? Maybe some blogs went to it and then further spread it. I don't know. But does it make it worth it to sue Tasha K? Right. She's still going to take cases. She got on the stand and said, yes, I lied. And what do you want me to do?
Right.
And she not paying Cardi B. What money is he going to get from her?
Right. My girl is about to be in Africa. Y'all are playing with her. And she's going to still be making content.
Yeah, I think... I don't know. I think it's not worth it to me just because he's also doing this thing. And we're not talking about from a legal sense. I'm talking about from a public relations, what does the audience think, right? In the what do they call it? The court of public opinion. Him like suing and getting upset almost add some validity to it, in my opinion, right? Whereas if he would have just let it go and been like, who said what? Oh, she got fired. She telling all kind of lies, right? Like, she would have had to present receipts, and then you get into legal things like, did you record this or take this illegal, right? But him suing now makes it seem like, oh, you scared. Like, what did she say that got you so mad or so scared that you're suing behind this?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, well, he's going for it. So let's check out the article, which is again a live oops, sorry y'all, I didn't mess some stuff up. Where's the goddamn? Okay, there it is. Okay, sorry. So he filed for a restraining order basically for Tasha K to take down the video. So let's go through the article. I don't have the actual documents because LA County, they want you to pay for it, and I just don't have the coins for them. So, okay, Kevin Hart made a desperate plea to the court to grant him a temporary restraining order that would have forced blogger Tasha K to remove a defamatory video from the internet, but the judge has shut down the comedian's request for the reasons below. It's just a really vague, overbroad request that doesn't address actual malice. A Los Angeles judge ruled on Thursday after Kevin Hart requested a temporary restraining order in response to Tasha K's explosive interview with his former assistant, Misha Shakes. Part of the problem I have is there are no direct quotes, which again, that's in his complaint as well. So what do I anticipate? I think that Tasha K is going to move for a motion to dismiss because there's no quotations in the actual complaint of what was allegedly defamatory. It's just she made statements about my family and my friends, and she only learned about it because she worked for me. But what are these statements? Do you really want these statements to become public if you're trying to say it was, defamatory? So I agree with Smalls saying that he's drawing attention to himself. So the judge goes on to say, part of the problem I have is there are no direct quotes of what occurred in the hour-and-a-half interview. Let's see. Hart's lawyer, Dante Mills, fired back by explaining they obviously have a transcript of the interview, but did not include it in the TRO request because it would defeat the purpose of trying to keep its contents out of the public eye. That's not what you're suing for. You're suing for defamation, meaning that it is public. She delivered information to a third party. So it's public at this point. Okay? You're not trying to keep it from going public. You're suing because she did make it go public. I think the attorney might be a little confused here. Let's go on. The court, after reading and considering all moving parties, or I think it's, let me see. The court, after reading and considering all moving party and opposing party papers and arguments of counsel, made the following ruling. New docs obtained by Radar Online says the ex parte application is denied, which what did we talk about before? If you're filing an ex parte or an emergency order, it has to be an emergency. If you don't give me details on how this is damaging Kevin Hart, it's not an emergency, is basically what the court is saying. He claimed that the assistant broke the NDA and made false claims about him during an interview with Tasha K that he said caused him harm and suffering. He's not giving us what the harm and suffering is. And then let's see here. Then he claims that she's suing him for extortion. I'm just seeing if the judge says anything else because we already covered the case. So I don't want to go back through the facts of the case. Okay, so I think that is it. So basically the court says you didn't give me enough information, so I'm not going to grant your temporary restraining order. Like I said, I think the attorney is a little bit confused because you're not trying to stop the statements from going public. You're trying to get money back because she said things that already harmed your reputation. If you don't want the statements to actually come out, if your whole purpose is to get this thing taken down, I think I'm with Smalls. You should just be quiet.
I was gonna say it, and then if his goal was to really just shut it down, he should have sued the assistant or whoever his former employee was, because money or not, like he could have said, she ain't got no money, I ain't gonna get no money. But if the goal is to get it to shut up, she's the source of the information. That's the leak. So plug the leak, right? And the best way to do that is start threatening them with coin, right? I would assume that's how most people shut up. So which is why I think Lauren, the mortician attorney, did what she did, because I think she assumed most people will see lawsuit, get scared, and shut up. And she might have, but he didn't sue her, right? And
he did sue her. He did sue her. Yeah, so he still don't think her and Tasha K at the same time.
I think that he should have sued her and not Tasha K, right? Because I think Tasha K has it. She's gonna, at least, even if she doesn't have the money to fight it, her pride is not gonna let her just take that L, right? So now she's gonna fight back. Now she's gonna retaliate because she's childish, and she's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not gonna do what's good for her. She's gonna do what's good for her brand.
Tasha K is gonna get on the internet and start saying what was said.
Right. She's like, you want to sue me? Oh, you said cease and desist? Oh, okay. And then just start going off. Like, that's Tasha K
out there.
But see, that's the thing. That's what the assistant did. She in her filing, she talked about, to be honest, I don't remember, somebody named Mike who's a friend of Kevin Hart's. Dante, who was calling and harassing her, she went to the police. She got her police report in there. Text messages, because she sent messages to the wife talking about, he was cheating and he was doing this. And it was something with the couch. And here's a picture of the couch with the... I'm like, oh, she was going in.
Here's my thing. Did he do anything to her? Was she harmed in the process? Or is this tea that she's spilling? Like, is she stressed because this was a terrible work environment and experience? Like, was she harmed?
That's part of it. But I don't remember how or why she left or was fired. I don't recall, just because it's just been a long week. I don't recall.
I don't know. I don't know what the actual statements are. That's why I said when we get off of here, I'm gonna go. What is her name, Tanya?
Pam Esquire, the law intellect. She posted it. She streamed it 2 days ago.
Okay.
Said Kevin Hart loses his emergency motion for a TRO, and Cardi B's what'd she say? And Cardi B's motion to compel is denied. So yeah, she went in.
Oh, I didn't know her motion to compel the information on her bank.
Apparently, cause
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Pam's an attorney in Detroit. She does a lot of wrongful lawsuit cases.
Okay. Pam Esquire, something intellect.
The law.
Like, I want to support fellow mistreated interns. Like I was an employee of the industry at one point and was definitely harmed. So I get it, and like I want to support her, but it also sounds like she's being messy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
for sure.
There's a reason I haven't spoken on like the ways that I was done wrong, because it's an easy way to get blacklisted, right? So she seems like she's going scorched earth. Like she like knows that and is like, I might as well go out like guns blazing type thing. Which that I can't
definitely.
Really.
That's why Pam was like, "Oh, you didn't just win all Cat Williams. You telling all the business."
But see,
and
I think
she was saying, I was like, "Oh, so if it don't go anywhere else, she'd already spilled all the tea." Like,
and
girl,
she's gonna create her own platform. So even if the entertainment industry is not following her anymore or working with her anymore, which she was an assistant, maybe getting made like $30,000 a year, she's gonna make her own platform. She can build a whole nother platform like Tasha K.
Yeah. So I don't think so. I don't think unless she wants to continue to be unethical, I don't think that's going to work, because she's going to die. Like, the internet is fickle, right? And so she might build a platform, have some fans, but so far she hasn't brought anything of substance other than I spill tea and I spill gossip, right? So I don't know that she's going to have a platform that's long lasting, because here's the other thing. With what she's already done, she's not going to have any friends in the industry. She's not going to have people that are willing to trust her, willing to work with her, willing to collaborate with her. Not on like a high like level. Not anybody who can get her connections or get her further. So she's really going to have to do that on her own, or like work with people who are a little bit more shady, who don't care, who don't have any ethics. If she wants to go that route, cool. But otherwise, I don't think she's going to have a platform. Not for any.
There's always going to be people that like the T channels. Like what I said, I was surprised that Tasha K even made a comeback. I thought she was done for after
she would have to go the Tasha K route. And you think Tasha K don't let that happen? She don't want no competition. We already got a Tasha K. I just don't see it happening. I think maybe that's what she thought, right? Like she playing into it right now, calling herself Cat Williams and being messy, but that's only gonna last for so long. You know what I'm saying? Because people aren't gonna really trust her. But so much. They might trust her about this because she knows she works with Kevin Hart. But if you are now labeled an unethical person, or somebody who's just gossipy and messy, that's pretty much how you're gonna that's now your reputation,
right? Because you can't get hired by anybody else. They gonna be like, we don't know what you gonna do. Pretty much,
yeah, exactly.
What you gonna tell? So
exactly.
Yeah, I'm thinking she's trying to make an influencer type career, not necessarily get back into being an assistant for a celebrity. It doesn't seem like she was paid that well. It doesn't seem like she was treated that well. But I don't know the things that she's claiming to have spilled. But I'm thinking it has to do with whatever shady stuff Kevin Hart has going on. And a lot of times, I mean, celebrities do shady stuff. So why are we bringing so much attention to it?
Between her and Cat Williams, Kevin Hart has now been called out at least twice in recent times about being shady, unethical, messy, not great.
Did any of us doubt that? He left his first wife for a young girl.
I think a lot of people probably did still doubt it, right? That's why he still got plenty of fans. But I'm not surprised.
The fact that he's trying to hush Tasha K, without saying anything,
he's not saying what was said.
You need to bring some receipts, bro. Sorry.
He's trying to shut it down. And go ahead.
Yeah, really the thing against Tasha K is the extortion. She allegedly asked him for $250,000, and then also the interference with the contract. He's not necessarily suing Tasha K for the defamation because she didn't make the statements. Her issue is that, or his issue with her is that she knew about the contract because he contacted her saying the girl has an NDA, and Tasha K decided to still post the video. So he didn't sue her for defamation, but he did sue her for extortion and interference with the contract. He's suing the girl for defamation, I believe the extortion as well, and breach of contract. So
I'm starting to think, like the U.S. government, war is good for Tasha K. That's really what it seems like.
Oh yeah, she feeds on that.
Yeah, I think it's good for her psyche and for her bank account. So that's why I said I feel like Kevin Hart is playing right into her hand. At the same time, then it makes me wonder, like, are they all colluding together? Are they all in this together? Because a lot of this is silly. But I mean, I'm not saying they are, but.
Right. And I gotta go watch and see what the statements are, because is it anything worse than what people have already said about him?
Right.
Like,
she
and
feels
stuff
in
that has
details.
nothing to do with us.
That's what it is. She
so
just
it's
feels
like
in
salacious,
details.
like just some mess. It's just gossip, just tea. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I thought it was like harm. Like I thought it was like Kevin Hart treats people like this. And
the harassment part was in there pretty much because Dante was like, "You need to call me," and this Mike person, who apparently he's not an attorney, I don't think, but he was friends with Kevin Hart back in Philly, and I think Dante is a friend also. But pretty much she went to the police like, they are calling me, and they were like, stop answering the calls. And I was like, okay, so why are you still answering the calls, girl?
They done told you.
I mean, and she got text. They like, you need to call me or else blah, blah, blah. So basically the extortion that that they say Kevin Hart has done with other people, he was doing to her, trying to harass her and intimidate her. So she just spilled all the other tea in with all of that.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, girl,
I'm gonna figure it out. I just can't imagine it being much worse than what has already come out about him. And why is he particularly just going after Tasha K? Now, we all know Tasha K is messy. Should she be able to continue to be messy? I mean, that's her whole channel, and I think
always has been.
Yeah. Right. And like we said, and honestly, I did not know about her until the Cardi B lawsuit. So it's like, you're just bringing more attention to her. Same thing of Kevin Hart following these motions, talk about, I don't want the information to be public, but you're telling us where to find the information. There are going to be people that say, well, I want to know what was said. So now I'm going to go pay Tasha K $20, $30 to see what was said. And so you just drew attention to it versus just being like, okay, she has something out. Yes, she has 1 million followers on YouTube, but that doesn't mean that 1 million followers are going over to subscribe to her behind her paywall. So
it might be now.
Yeah, exactly. Buy the gossip for $12. I got $12, Somebody might be saying, I got $12. Let me go over there and figure out what's going on. I knew Kevin Hart was shiesty. Let me go see how shiesty he is. I got $12 for that. So he's basically telling us where to find it. If it was on YouTube, I probably would have already watched it. But she at least put it behind a paywall.
Right, because some videos she'll do behind the paywall and then she'll release them. Some she doesn't. So maybe she won't ever release it on YouTube. Maybe it'll stay behind the paywall. Who knows?
Maybe, but I'm sure the information will still get out there, which is why, it really sucks for Barbra Streisand that it's now called the Streisand effect, because now every time you say the Streisand effect and then you have to explain it, then her situation gets brought up again, and now we get to look at her house all over again. That poor lady. I bet you she'll never make that mistake again long as she lives. She's like, you got to take whatever pictures you want. Forget it.
Let me see what the chat is saying about it.
Barbara.
Okay, let me see Barbara. Barbara. Okay, Mary Jane says, no, I meant married couples. I think that was something earlier we were talking about, but I don't remember what it was. Kimmy Luckett says, I wonder if part of Kevin Hart's reason for filing this lawsuit was to make an example out of them and discourage people from doing similar things in the future. All he did for me was make me want to know what they said.
Mm-hmm.
So if that was his goal.
What is he trying to hide?
And he's like, I don't want the information to become public. The reason why you're suing is because the information is already public. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. So your lawyer, I don't know if you hired the best like defamation, extortion, whatever lawyer there is, because to argue the reason why you're not telling the judge what was said is because you don't want it to become public. And that's like the whole premise of defamation. Are you going to get rid of the defamation? Wild. Yeah. Are you going to get rid of the defamation claim? You can't.
Right. What are they saying that's defamatory?
Right. Exactly. So if I was Tasha K and I was Misha Shakes, I would move to dismiss. What statements were said that were defamatory? So I don't know if it will stop people from doing it in the future because he's probably going to lose at least part of the lawsuit, right? Maybe not,
but it still costs money, right? Like, one, I think Kevin hired the homie. Like, I don't know that he actually hired the right attorney.
What's his name? Dante Willis.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Like, I was like, is he black? Not because that would make him incompetent, but because it makes me think, did he hire the homie instead of the proper lawyer for this? He's like, I got a homie that can handle it. He got a law degree. And I'm with Kimmy. That was my first thought. Like, does he expect to win, or like what? What's the point of this lawsuit? Like, does he actually expect to win? Does he expect to get a judgment in his favor? Is he expecting it to just shut somebody up? Is he expecting this to create more butt? Like, what's the real reason that he filed this lawsuit?
His goal is to get it taken down, and he's already got it shut down.
That's what he says. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Is that the real reason?
I think it's part of it, at least, if not the whole reason. I think that's definitely a part of it. Or to be like, I got full. If you don't do what I say if you don't do what I say, I'm going to sue you and I'm going to win.
Yeah. Or I'm going to at least cost you some money, right? Because we know Kevin Hart's net worth is a lot bigger than Tasha K. So this might just be like a power move. Like this could easily just like, that's why I say like he might not even be expecting a judgment. He might just be like, all right, you want to play with me now? I'm going to cost you some money. Because if nothing else is costing her money, she might be making some money too. But
and it could be to ruin her reputation because we already got a judgment for Cardi B against her. Now another celebrity is suing her. People are going to start downing her credibility. Maybe she won't make a comeback from this.
Well, see, that's the thing. I think her credibility was already shot. It's a Tasha K credibility.
Yeah,
right.
Pretty much. Right. I remember.
That's why I said he's validating it.
It's been years. I saw her when she was sitting and drinking wine and gossiping.
Yep.
But then she was pregnant and I would it came across my YouTube feed a couple of times. Pretty much, I never subscribed to her, never really watched her, but I was like, oh yeah, she good and messy. I ain't got time for all that. I don't do gossip and drama like that. But the next time I heard of her was when she got sued by Cardi B. And I was like, oh girl, you on the stand. You just going 10 toes down on your lie. You like, okay. I was like, yeah, I ain't got time for her. And she done came back. That is her credibility. She will lie and tell you that she lied.
Yeah.
And what?
And she'll be like, and y'all liked it too. So now what? Y'all gonna be here next week.
Feel ashamed.
And now she got it behind a paywall so she can make more money on her gossip for the people who like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. $12 a month.
I wanted to say this because Just Me MD said this because I know that y'all were saying that she's comparing herself to Cat Williams. I don't think she's like Cat Williams. Now, I think some people might see Cat Williams as just being messy. I don't think he was being messy. I believe a lot of what he said just based on what I already know. A lot of it adds up. A lot of it's stuff that other people have said maybe quietly or, it hasn't gotten as much of attention. I think Kat has a lot more credibility in terms of what did just MD say, like this disgruntled employee, right? That's kind of my point with her. Like she at this point just seems like she's going to just seem like a disgruntled employee to a lot of people. Sure, a lot of people are going to listen and want to hear the mess because it's entertaining and it's fun. And then after that dies down, yeah, it goes away, right? So now she's just a disgruntled employee. So I don't think she's exactly the same in that sense. She might, which I think she might be giving herself a little bit too much credit, and I think people are kind of blowing her head up right now, and I think it's gonna make her make some really silly, goofy decisions. But I agree with Just Me MD, and then I said Streisand effect. For those who don't know, it's like when Barbara Streisand, somebody took a picture of the coastline. Her house is on the coastline. Her house was included in the photos. She sued to have her house not included, and the lawsuit brought way more attention to it. It went from like 100 views to like thousands or like millions of views. And so inadvertently, she made it way more public than it would have been. So the goal was to not have her house seen by the public, and by her suing,
she lived there.
Way more people now know what her house looks. I will never forget the outside of her house now.
Just Me MD, and this is what Smalls was replying to. Cat has nothing to lose, and his name and has a name for himself. She has nothing to offer long-term wise. She is only deemed as a disgruntled employee wanting to make a name off of Kevin's back. Sit down, ma'am. And
Not a fan of Kevin, but I agree.
Yeah, and I'm like, Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart to me, right? I'm not a fan of him, but I will watch stuff that he's in. It's not like he's not like R. Kelly to me. You know, I'm not listening to nothing you have going on, but he's just kind of there. But if I had to trust him with something, like I wouldn't trust him with something. He's the type of person to me that will stab you in the back as soon as he gets the chance to do it. 100%. So anything that she says, I probably would believe it, even if she is a disgruntled employee. So what if I believe it? What is that going to do for Kevin Hart? We're talking about Tasha K, like I said, with 1 million followers, with Kevin Hart with national, worldwide fame.
Sold out Madison Garden multiple times. Sir, you will be all right.
You will be okay. You will be. I understand it might hurt your wife's feelings, but she already know you cheated.
Is that what this is about?
I don't know what it all.
Like, baby, I swear I didn't cheat. She lying. Matter of fact, watch, I'm gonna sue.
No, I cheated, but I just sent her a text message, and then it comes out that it's all this other stuff. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up right now. But I'm thinking whatever it said, it's probably believable. Like with Cat Williams, what he's saying, I think a lot of the stuff he's saying is believable. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna think about it next week. You're the only one thinking about it.
That's true.
You know,
honestly, if it hadn't been covered on this channel, I wouldn't even known about it.
Yeah,
I haven't heard it from anywhere else. Like I said, I only watch YouTube, and my algorithm is nice, so I wouldn't heard about it.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it might be in the public, but is it really hurting you to the extent to where you need to sue somebody about it? People are gonna forget about it.
Doesn't he have to prove that it's hurting you in some way financially?
Yeah.
How are you gonna prove that?
Contract. Remember in Johnny Depp where he said he lost movie roles or whatever?
Right. But do people lose movie roles for cheating? I think the only person who's faced consequences for cheating in the last century is Ned Fulmer from the Try Guys. Exactly.
I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, he'll have to. I mean, he might say he didn't get to do a performance at certain places, but he has to prove that. Remember when Johnny Depp did it? He didn't prove it. He asked for like $40 million and they gave him $2 million. So it's not going to be. He might have lost some roles, but
he's got a movie coming out now. Keep that in mind.
Oh, Johnny Depp?
No, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
But that's just gonna bring more. That's arguably this drama is gonna benefit him. Because that's gonna create more promotion.
It's PR.
So I don't think he's gonna I don't think he's gonna be able to. Any lawyer worth their salt is gonna bring up the fact that additional PR just helps the situation. Like even if no extra people knowing about it is helpful. So I don't see how. I don't know.
Yeah, it comes out February 2nd.
What is it about?
I don't even know. It's like
I didn't even
action thriller, some silly. It's not really a silly movie, but some action thriller. I think like John Cena is in it. I don't know the girl. I was like, okay. Apparently, it's based off of a book and directed by Matthew Vaughn. If anybody's interested,
I might have heard about it. I don't know. I'm not going to see nothing in the theater, so. Maybe when it comes out on streaming platforms, we'll take a peek. But
I'm only going to see Deadpool.
A Deadpool is coming out. Another one.
I mean, not
what is this, like Deadpool 7?
No, 3, I think, but they gonna have X-Men in it. I'm there. I'm there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because Hugh Jackman actually posted on his, I don't know, Instagram, somewhere online. I saw the picture, pretty much saying he was glad to have worked with them and he was done and he was shaving his beard off. So they've wrapped the movie, and so yeah, I'm ready. Because that's the other thing I watch online is comic book stuff.
Yeah.
Reactors from, like, I watched Echo. I watch reactors.
You are into comic book stuff? How did I not? We could have been. Okay, we got to talk. Okay.
And that's the weird thing. I don't read them. I've never read them. Pretty much, I would read. My grandma used to give me the Spider-Man comic, the Sunday paper, and it had Spider-Man in it. Pretty much, I've always read the Spider-Man comic in the Sunday paper. Pretty much, when the X-Men came out in the 90s, then I would watch the cartoon.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and that was it. And then they started making movies in 2000, and I've been hooked ever since. So I've always been a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really. Deadpool is DC, isn't it?
Nope.
What is it?
It's Marvel.
Is Deadpool Marvel?
Yep. Yeah. That's how the X-Men are in it. And since they doing the multiverse thing, he's bringing back like old school X-Men from the original movie in 2000.
Ooh. I watched Deadpool. I like Deadpool, but I always thought they were DC, which, I mean, I guess it explains because I don't like DC movies. They be trash.
Or DC. DC is the stepchild. I ain't lying.
Yeah, but I feel like they had more popular superheroes like in my childhood, but like watching their live action movies, I'm like, absolutely not. Like,
for me, they're dark. I mean, it was originally Detective Comics because I also watched documentaries. I watched the PBS documentary on like the whole comic book history thing and when they started. So, from a DC was Detective Comics, so technically it was meant to be darker, more like crime and action. Pretty much Marvel was more about the social aspect and human people, which is why they seem more grounded in real life versus they're in New York versus Metropolis, which is a made up city, which DC came up with. So they've always kind of gone back and forth, but you know, I just like the movies. I love the DC shows better than Marvel shows, but the movies. I don't know
why Marvel can't do TV. I mean, they can, but
Loki season 2 was it for me. It was good, but you know, Marvel is going through growing pains. I'll just say that.
That's what we'll call it. That's what we'll call it.
Pretty much, you know, their child, the baby grew up and had Endgame, and now they're trying to figure out the next stage.
Back a new,
with that awkward stage.
A new freaking Avengers movie. I was like, what was the point of Endgame?
You didn't think Endgame was like the last one?
It was the end of Avengers. I thought they were going to move on to something else.
No,
they are. They moved on to the multiverse.
But they still are.
Which is
they're
still
making an Avengers movie. That's the one that Jonathan Majors got kicked out of. He was supposed to be the ultimate criminal or whatever villain in that movie.
Well, see, that's the thing. Thanos was a major villain. There's Doctor Doom, and there's Kang. So they have a lot of different ones. They
can just replace him with a different.
That's why they've been doing comic books since the 1930s.
Yeah,
they change and keep adding and renewing and redoing, and
people gonna keep watching.
Yep.
You are gonna keep watching. Mary Jane is asking me if I like brie or camembert. I don't know what the second one is. I have never tried brie.
Are those cheeses?
This cheese.
Yes.
But I've never tried either one of them. So
I've tried brie. I like brie.
I haven't tried it.
Camembert. I don't know what that is.
I don't like the way that sounds.
Let me go to Google. What is that? I don't know.
What flavor cheese is that?
Which
cheese
flavor is
flavor.
this? I don't like this.
Some cheese is like a bit extreme. It's like, okay, y'all did a little bit too much on this one. I'm a very basic cheese chick.
I typed in Camembert, and the second thing that came up was Camembert versus Brie. Okay. Apparently, it's a similar chease. I don't know.
Say, Mary Jane, what do you know that we don't? What's the
where are you going with this?
Is this a long-standing beef, or like what are we doing here? Why are they feuding? Why is it versus? What don't we know?
Just Me MD says she's ultimately not telling anything that is not already known or suspected. It seems like she might have a little bit more detail, but it's like, is anything that she's saying going to be shocking? Probably not. Is it going to be opinion based? I don't know. We'll have to see.
The only thing that's gonna like make a difference is if she's got like some receipts, some really damning receipts that make him look just like a horrific person. Because do we already know he cheated? Yeah, we know that. So I don't know what else. And even if it comes out that he's a terrible employer, and so what? People are not gonna care. I care, but most people are not gonna care. They're gonna be mad about it, talk about it for about a week, and then move on and say, yeah, what do we expect? Celebrities are assholes.
Right.
Pretty much, it's an assistant job. People generally start there and move on. They don't stay there for 50 years and make a whole career out of it.
I don't know very many people that even like their job in general. So the boss,
that's the real American dream. Having a job with health insurance that you don't actually like, but you keep because you need it.
Who like really, really loves their job? There are some people, but most people are like, if I did not have to work a day in my life, I absolutely would not.
I love my job, but I work for the people. I work for myself. So
yeah,
I did hate my job when I worked for other people.
Yeah, so you don't have a boss to talk mess about if it's you. I mean, you can talk.
I am the boss that I talk mess about. Yeah,
yeah, you can talk mess about yourself, but
I do.
You're there at that point. Deadpool / Spidey with the heart. Just Me MD says he's a cheater. Ding, we knew that. Ding. 2, he wore women's clothing and did other questionable things to get into the Hollywood space. Ding, we knew that too. And 3, oh, do I have a ding button? I don't think I do. And then 3, he ain't funny. Well, we knew that too. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. Mary Jane says Cameron Brett. Am I saying that right? Cameron Brett.
Cameron Brett is the best I got.
Basically. And it's similar to Brie. I haven't tried it, so I can't answer that to you. I'm just now venturing out into more fancy cheeses. I'm mostly a basic cheese girl, like, cheddar. And
I was gonna say, you have a favorite?
I don't think I have a favorite cheese. No, I like macaroni and cheese, which requires a lot of different kinds of cheese, but I don't have a favorite. I don't go around just eating cheese by itself.
I do. When I was a kid, I got sent to the hospital as a result of doing just that.
Eating cheese?
Yeah, I've loved cheese for a very long time. I think Colby Jack is my favorite, but I'm a huge fan of cheddar. But when I was a kid, I used to, those Kraft singles, which maybe that was a problem because it wasn't real cheese. But like the Kraft singles. I was 2, first of all. I didn't mess up. I would say the adults in my life messed up, okay? But no, I was at my granny's house and she kept letting me eat cheese. I wanted more cheese, and I got like constipated, and then I have my chronic illness, and it triggered a flare up because of it was bad, and I've been in the hospital. And what happened? How did this start? And they got back to the root of the problem, and she was like, it was all that cheese. And she was like, well, why'd you give her all that cheese? And I'm sitting here like, can I have more cheese, please?
Right. But you know what? I used to eat Kraft singles alone too, so I think it was just a bad parenting choice at that time.
It's my granny. You know how grandparents are. She was like, yeah, you want more cheese, baby? No problem.
Okay, here you go, Smalls. Camembert.
Okay.
That's how you pronounce it?
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yes.
Tells me a little bit about the origin too already. Okay.
Yeah. I had to do how do you pronounce Camembert?
Come on, research.
Look, there you go. Thank you, A. Camembert.
Yeah.
So yeah, but pretty much my mom's like, I had rats for kids. I don't understand. Because I will eat cheese.
Not rats for kids.
Yeah, we a whole comedy show over here. We just a mess. But yeah.
I like cheese. I love cheese, actually. I just don't have a favorite.
Yeah, my mom, we all were like, ooh, you gonna make some cheese and macaroni? Like, yeah. cheese first, then the macaroni.
I feel like Brie, you haven't tried enough cheeses, because I think like naturally you will start to have a favorite, because cheeses can be so different. And when I was younger, I was like, I like all kind of cheese, and then I started having more, and I was like, I do not like all kind of cheese. I do have favorites. Like I don't,
No,
Brie is a soft cheese though.
Yeah, I'm the charcuterie boards. I am afraid of those because they have a lot of cheese that look delicious, and then they have a lot of cheese that look delicious, but they're nasty. So I'm more of
that is the nature of food
chick right now. I'm not a fancy cheese girl. I'm not there.
Yeah,
yet.
I'm not a fan of the fancy either. Like I said, give me some Colby Jack on any day, and it goes with just about anything.
Colby Jack is for sure in my fridge. I got mozzarella, Parmesan. Right now, I have some. No, I don't have Gouda. I have that. What's that one that they put in the Gruyere? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Gruyere. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That cheese, roasted mac and cheese. So that's the fanciest. I like that. That's the fanciest.
Okay, so take it from somebody who's 50 now. You better watch it. It will impact your cholesterol.
I'm okay with that.
I try not to eat it every day. I do like cheese.
I'll take the L.
Look, that's what I keep saying, but I try to cut back. I try to switch to the lower fat content cheese. But
nah, give me all the fat. I'll take it.
Like if I get a frozen pizza, I'm putting more cheese on it as a given. Oh,
absolutely.
Like,
I don't want to see the sauce.
So many calories, but I feel like it doesn't increase the flavor once there's cheese already on there.
Girl, you putting the wrong kind.
The reason why I'm saying this.
I thought you were a fan of cheese.
I am, but I also had to go on a diet recently, and I've tried low-fat cheese, or I put like a little.
No, not low-fat, lower fat content, like mozzarella and Swiss versus
not reduced fat, but like some cheeses have more fats than others.
I'm telling y'all my story. I have reduced the amount of cheese that I put onto things, and it still tastes similar. I don't want to put the extra calories. I don't want to put the old extra calories if it's still going to taste similar. I know I used to be the person that piled the cheese on, but now, not turning your back on me, but now I feel like I have been judged on this channel by Smalls in the last week. First about Janet, now about
difference. The experience is different. It makes the chew different. It makes the bite different. Like if I'm eating more cheese is better. And I don't know that you can have enough cheese. I'm with Mary Jane. I don't think there's ever enough. And you know what? Even if it's extra calories, give me the extra calories. I will take it. That's fine.
Well, right now,
I only have one life.
I can't do this, okay? I can't.
Are you doing a New Year's resolution, or are you doing it for a purpose?
No, I keep going up and down, and I don't like the way I look right now. So I'm trying to get down to a decent weight, because I'm probably going to have, a baby, and then I'm going to gain weight again anyway. So I don't want to already be up and then go upper, to go higher. So I need to get back down, and then, not
get that exercise in. Technically, that'll keep you going when you do get pregnant. After you have the baby, the bounce back will be even better.
Yeah.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's y'all non-employee.
Right. Kimmy took the job and ran with it.
He's ready to go. We're supposed to go into the
Alpha.
He can't hear you because I have on headphones, and he also has on headphones, and he's getting ready to.
Maybe he'll watch the playback. Probably.
Yeah, I'll let him know that y'all said hi. Let me finish these up, and then I'm gonna have to go and get ready to go watch the football game that I don't want to watch. But marriage,
wifely duties.
Right.
Marriage is really about.
Right. Jane Sutter says Kraft Singles isn't cheese.
We know.
Like I said, I think it was a bad parenting choice, because I also used to eat Kraft Singles.
I don't even know if it was a bad parenting choice. I don't know that they knew, right? Like the marketing at the time, we know better now.
That was better than the government cheese. They said it had real 2% milk in it, and milk was everything. So
right,
they did the best, glorious cheese with the information they had at the time.
My mom is like so disappointed with us, because she used to like try to kind of make groceries after like out of like $50 a week for like a family of 6, and she would try to get some fancy stuff that she think we would like. And she learned as we got older, we liked the bologna with like the red string wrapped.
She trying to get the fancy stuff. Y'all want the cheap stuff. Like y'all want the. That's how I am about food. Like I go to some of the fanciest places with my moms, and I'm like, right? Can we just get a burger? Like I don't need this. I don't need this in my life.
She was so disappointed to learn this, and I was just like, yeah, put it on a skillet, take the little red thing off. Yeah. So no.
Spam sandwich, please.
Jane Sutter says, I love cheese. Normally have 2 to 3 types of cheddar in the fridge at a time. I like cheddar. I like cheddar a lot. I like Colby Jack a lot too.
Colby Jack is like perfect for me. It's like it's the right mix.
Yeah, it's a good mix. Yeah, for sure. Mary Jane says brie, blue cheese, mozzarella, cheddar, Wensleydale, and with blueberries.
I've never heard of Wensleydale.
Me neither. I'm not into eating cheese with my fruit quite yet. I'm not that fancy yet. Tiny says we always find a way to get off track. We did. We did.
Speaking of off track, no, I'm gonna wait, Tanya D. But I got the comic book thing reminded me of something. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hit you on Discord with that.
Okay. James Sutter says, "Oh, Brie, frozen pizza is terrible without extra mozzarella." I literally had frozen pizza like 4 times last week because I got the box from Costco and I did not add extra cheese. So
I feel like I'm good. I just get the I think it's Red Baron at Sam's and get the single serve.
Yeah.
But I'm still putting extra cheese on it. Yeah. But maybe not as much because they actually put cheese on theirs. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my way of being healthier. I'm going to eat one little thing. Because pizza's my favorite food, okay? Mm-hmm. So I can eat pizza every day.
Yeah.
So
pineapples or no pineapples?
No. Okay. Absolutely not. I said it quick.
That's fine. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay
you
with
like pineapples?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't really want either it's all cheese or it's cheese, pineapple, chicken, barbecue sauce. I need either pineapples or just cheese. But I don't really like pizza that much though. So I'm not, I'm not a huge
pretty much I like it with the white sauce and spinach and
chicken. I love spinach. I do love spinach.
Alfredo. But we did get one for my mom's birthday. Pretty much her and my brother, they love the ham and pineapple pizza. So I was like, and my brother's girlfriend had the coupon for some pizza. I was like, get ham and pineapple. That's her favorite.
Yeah. So. I'm like Z Seltzer. I had to give up dairy for a minute for skin, like acne issues or whatever. But I brought it back in my life. Like cheese is like the one dairy thing I gotta have. Like I'll give up the rest, but I
can't give up cheese. I'm sorry
because it does make a difference. Doodle noise.
Mary Jane says, I want the calories too. I just can't right now. Jane Stoddard says, if you are going to have frozen pizza, you got to do it right. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just making disappointments all day on my channel. We are at 37 likes, y'all.
We love you, Bree.
If you have not hit the like button, please do. We are at 37 likes with 13 people watching live. So if all of y'all haven't liked it yet, we can hit 50. Let's see. Kimmy Lockett says, I asked about and got the job after going on a member stream. So it's like we've come full circle. Oh, for this, yeah.
Speaking of, you ain't on here today.
Who?
She's not feeling well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's just helping us backstage. Doodle Noise says, I do order burgers and most sandwiches without cheese because it doesn't make much of a difference in flavor. Easy win for reducing calories. I'm still gonna put cheese on my sandwich. I'm not eating a burger without cheese. I'm sorry, Doodle Noise.
I can't do that either. I don't want most sandwiches without cheese. I don't know when, like, if you forget the cheese, I'm like, well, I forgot the sandwich, so I can't do it.
I just started eating tacos without cheese only when the place does it. Don't look at me like that because they'll tell you.
No, I'm assuming you mean like
their tacos in Mexico. So
I was just about to say. First of all, I'm 2 minutes from Mexico, so all my neighbors are Mexican. I know they don't have tacos. That's why I was like making that face because I was like, when does cheese come on tacos? That's totally normal, Brie. You said when you what?
when I grew up, we had cheese.
Oh yeah, I did too. I mean, but black people tacos are different.
Yeah. But in Mexico, they do not put cheese on their tacos. So
they don't put it on it in the U.S. either. At like real Mexican restaurants, you have to ask for it, and then they might look at you weird. But
right, I didn't learn that until I was 21, 22. So I've always had cheese on my tacos. Just Me MD says, "Oh, not the government cheese, the cheese that requires 200 degrees of direct fire in order to melt. then put it in with bologna burnt on the end."
She said only 200 degrees.
That is a lot of degrees, but it
don't melt.
It's hard to melt. It's hard to melt. Z Seltzer says 3 years ago I had to give up all dairy because of skin issues. I'm sorry to you for that. Mary Jane says, I'm okay with pineapples. I'm not into fruit with my cheese. And I'm not into warm fruit. Like, I'm sorry.
Me either. I think that's what it is. I don't like warm fruit.
I'm not into it. I'm sorry. Just Jane Stoddard says, not from the U.S. What is government cheese? It's basically like very low budget cheese.
Is it
actual cheese?
These days.
Yeah, it would come in a block. You would get it from
the government.
Like, if you were on welfare or something like that, or way even before that, when they had food lines, they would give away free food. You get this block of cheese in a box, and kind of like Velveeta cheese in the box, but it's the opposite of Velveeta. Velveeta is soft.
It's hard.
It's very hard. Like, you could barely cut it, and if you got it cut, it wasn't really cut straight down because it
too thick.
Was it real cheese? Like, was it actual dairy?
I don't even know.
The government
form of it, I'm sure.
I honestly
or it had like 2% cheese content, and the rest was like cardboard filling.
I don't know what that stuff was, but it didn't melt. I know that. You know, try to make your grilled cheese, it wouldn't melt.
Yeah,
it'll be warm and soft to bite, but it would not melt.
I used to make grilled cheese sandwiches all the time. My grandma had got me one of those little sandwich pressers. Well, she didn't get it for me. She had a very old one, and she gave it to me. And I'll be in my room making grilled cheese.
Not in the room, Brie.
In the room making grilled cheese. Press sandwiches, get a little fancy, add some meat on it.
Brie was doing homework, making the cheeks. 12 times 2. I know she was, because I know you was a nerd, Brie. I know you was.
Yeah, I did my homework, and
I know. Like, recognize, like, I know.
Kimmy Lockett says a small. I spent all week with 4 kiddos, then went to my friend's Burns night celebration last night and had a lot of fun, but wasn't super responsible. So your girl is tired today.
That's Burns night. Oh, that's Kimmy saying that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what Burns night is.
I don't know what Burns night is either, but it sounds like a lit party in my opinion.
Right.
Just Me MD says, back in the day, the government used to give food out like cheese, bread, powdered milk, and peanut butter that didn't spread.
Right. My grandma used to try to put that blue powdered milk in my cereal. I'd be like, I just eat the cereal dry. Right. Fine.
It was supposed to be cheese.
Did WIC or SNAP take the place of them handing out actual food, like, or was this in addition to like WIC type programs?
I think it took the place of it, because they don't have that anymore where you just go and pick up the government supplies. You get WIC and you can buy certain food products with it.
Right, because I was thinking about food deserts, and I was like, well, how does that? Okay, so now it's just WIC and SNAP, so you just go buy your own stuff, and it's the same as everybody else's. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. You just
look at Kimmy coming with all the facts.
Something new.
Oh, we got the cheese links in the back, but we are not going over that. I got to get off the live stream, y'all. Thank you for joining me live. Hopefully the catch up on the cases were pretty good. We got some comments in. Thank you for everyone that got onto the live stream and shared their opinions. Like I said, have to go and watch a football game, and I don't know who's playing. So
I was going to say, who's playing, Bree? Look at you.
Know.
See, I need to make some tumblers for a couple people.
Good luck,
it depends on who's going to be in the Super Bowl. I'll be making some tumblers.
Yeah, I'm just going for the snacks. So I will see y'all on the next live stream.
See, you need a shirt that says that. I'm just here for
just
the
here
snacks.
for the snacks.
Here for the snacks. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just here for the snacks. Amen.
Yeah.
Just
All
here
right.
for the
I will
cheese.
see everyone on Tuesday, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their Sunday. Bye.
Well, thank you for brunch.